Hello and welcome to Die Rollin. I'm the ever-excitable Adam, and tonight we're going to be playing Shiver, the role-playing game. I got Will, the ever-treacherous Will, Doddy from Summon Gaming, and Matt, the Offline Gamer, to join me for a session. So let's see how we get on. Hello and welcome to Die Rollin. I'm the ever-excitable Adam, and you're joining us here tonight to what? A game of Shiver. I was going to say to play a game of Shiver, but you're not playing, you're watching this. So joining me on this horrific excursion into the unknown, because these guys have zero idea what we're actually, what the actual story is or anything tonight, is, of course, we have Will from Die Rollin. Say hello, Will.
Hello, Will.
Perfect, I'm going to do that. We have Matt from the Offline Gamer.
You're not gonna, you didn't tell me to say hello, Matt, so I'm just going to sit here.
And directly below me, or on Will's screen, is the man who's always below me, Doddy from Summon Games.
Hello.
He gave a little wave and a hello there. Those at home. So we are playing a game of Shiver. We've played Shiver. All of us have played Shiver before, and all of us have played it together. But Will hasn't played with the other two, and the other two haven't played with Will, so they haven't realised what a horrible person he is. Not yet, anyway. So with this one, before we begin, I'm just going to go over a couple of the basics. But because it's been a while since any of us played this, we'll probably pick up some of the... I'll kind of go over the rules as and when we get to them. And as a DM, I'm more of a kind of Barbosa DM. The rules are more like a guideline to me rather than actual, So now and again, I might fudge some rolls, or I may, just do stuff to move the story onwards. And hopefully we're going to get the entire thing done in an evening. You guys are okay to stay till 1 in the morning, yeah?
Yeah, sure, why not?
It's worth noting as well, we're playing the Shiver Classified Quick Start Guide. So there is a game coming out called Shiver Classified, which is kind of the X-Files themed kind of, kind of supernatural, Buffy, the X-Files, that kind of like organization going up against evil. Shiver has some it's very kind of horror agnostic, but they do these releases every now and again, which focus on a particular genre. They've got a slasher one, they've got a blockbuster one, and they've got a gothic one. And now they have this kind of focusing on an X-Files kind of organization trying to beat back the darkness. I think they're called Lance. But and it probably stands for something, but I think it does. I don't know what it stands for anyway. But that's going to come out soon. I don't know if it's going to come out before this video comes out. But anyway, you can go check out their Kickstarter or wherever they are. I'll put a link in below somewhere for you as and when. So with that being said, Shiver is, like I say, a horror agnostic game. We are using a module from the Cursed Library, which is a bunch of different kind of horror stories. The one we did previously on the channel was Mr. Hush. And everyone on here has played that in some capacity, and Will actually died in it and was a horrific death. He got ripped apart and sewn back together. It was a very fun ending. Every roll he did, he failed.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't good. So I'm around with playing a game called The Lost Ship, which honestly is probably the coolest story out of the entire thing, and it comes with a quick start PDF that you can download for free. So I thought, well, it makes sense to do this. In Shiver, there's some custom dice, so they're really funky. I'm not doing them justice with my camera here. It's a very kind of dim room I'm in at the moment. But yeah, really cool custom dice in here. But if you don't have those custom dice, you can use the Parable web app, which basically has all those dice rolls for you, which all the guys on here, maybe Doddy won't because he actually has the dice, but everyone's going to be using that to tell us what is going on. Each character has their own fear, and I'm going to get everyone to choose their characters in just a moment, but I'm going to set the scene before we get to that, because you can introduce yourselves in characters. That's always fun, right, guys? There is also something called the Doom Clock in this game, where basically every time they fail at something and they roll a strange symbol, that is going to add 1 minute on the Doom Clock. And every 15 minutes, something bad is going to kind of advance the story. It could be all the lights go out to begin with, and then as it gets worse and worse, more things happen until you have some massive mob chasing you down until they've eaten you. Or something else. It's also worth noting that you can decide what kind of horror level you do for this, and we've gone for not the kind of Scooby-Doo adventure, but not the Texas Chainsaw Massacre level of gore. So somewhere in between, more Scooby-Doo than Nightmare on Elm Street, just because we want everyone to feel, well, not physically feel sick when they're playing this game or listening to this. Oh. Everyone
split up and look for clues. You've got to split up and look for clues.
Hey, schools. Okay, so I'm going to read out a little thing I prepped for you. And if I had some really cool John Carpenter music, like some synth, I'd be playing this right now. So, if you imagine, guys, because I always like doing this like a movie. So, if you imagine a cold open, literally a cold open, because we see the Arctic Sea, and there is a grey sky. The sea is quite kind of choppy, and then on the in black font, a really old-fashioned font, comes up the people at home, and it says, in October 1983, an advanced group of military specialists were dispatched on a top-secret mission to the Arctic. The USS Morningstar, a research icebreaker ship, had lost all communication with the outside world. The team laid out plans for a recon mission to find out what has happened to the Morningstar, locate the missing crew, and recover the data drives on the ship so that any research won't fall into the wrong hands. The nature of the research was classified. The team headed down to Barrow, an isolated Arctic port town where they were to meet locals to secure a guide to the icy sea to find the Morningstar. This is their story. And then, that's the engines of a... that's a great sound effect for me, by the way. Engines of a seaplane just going through that text, breaking up, and the seaplane is going through the air and landing down in the icy cold waters of Barrow. And the camera kind of goes inside the cockpit past the pilot who's just kind of piloting. And the first person it kind of comes across, it pans through the crew, is Matt. Can you tell us your character, please?
I was just going to say, if this is set in the 80s, were any of our characters sent to a military court for a crime they didn't commit?
The way I started that kind of sounded like that, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's probably the Doctor, if anything. He probably did something.
None of you are from the
yeah.
Maybe you're from the beat.
Maybe we are. Right, I am portraying Hogan Clarkson, aka Gunner. I don't know why he's called Gunner, because his weapon is a baton, and he's very good at melee damage. He is a 32-year-old male warrior troglodyte, and he's not the smartest tool in the shed, let's put it like that. And every character in this game, Adam tells us, has to have a fear. So my character's fear is soggy bread, or just soggy pastries in general. They just fill him with fear of bread. Yeah, yeah. If you want to throw a donut in there, then you know.
It's going to help when you're on a ship.
There is 100% going to be a canteen in this now.
Nice. And fire and sprinklers going off.
It's worth noting that every character also has their own special abilities, but we're not going to go through that at the moment. As and when they want to use those their own abilities, they can do that. I don't have too much knowledge about what's on their character sheet because I just handed it to them. So if they forget about them, well, that's on them. So we go past Gunner. What's Gunner look like, by the way?
Oh, that's a good question. He's a big fellow, obviously. Buzz cut. Wearing a sort of like a John McClane shirt, you know.
Yeah.
It starts off, it's currently white. Whether it will still be white by the end of the adventure, we'll find out. Yeah, it's just a big burly chap with buzz cut, and he's got a tattoo of something on his arm.
What is it?
I haven't decided what yet. Maybe it'll get revealed during the course of the adventure.
The camera's gone too fast past you to...
Yeah. It's too quick. No, you can't quite see it because of his... Oh no, he's wearing a vest, not a t-shirt. Oh well, never mind.
What I find really impressive about this character so far is the fact that we're going to the Arctic and he's wearing a t-shirt. So, the vest.
He's
so
tough. I told you he was tough, and he's not clever.
That's how tough he is.
Yeah.
Perfect. He didn't back, but there we go. Okay, and what nationality is he? You don't have to do the accents.
He's a Yank.
Okay. So, we go past Gunner, and we then go on to Doc's character.
So on to Doc Jones. So he is a 36 male surgeon scholar with a lucky scalpel as his weapon. So it's always in his pocket because it's done him well because he never fails. He's scared of failing, but he never fails. That's the arrogance talking there. He's a very arrogant person. That's his flaw. No one's gonna. He's over arrogant about everything and uses that to try and not fail anything.
Is he sitting in the corner just
Yeah.
flicking his scalpel and catching
Yes,
it?
basically,
to make
it's got,
them not-
yeah, or twiddling around his finger, around the fingers like a like a butterfly knife.
Lovely. And what's he look like?
Oh, I was imagining initially like from like the like kind of like Tony Stark's dad style scientist, like a bit like sort of like a bit full of himself. He's wanting to. He says he knows what he's doing, and not everyone has to listen to him. I'm kind of imagining that as sort of how he looks.
Okay. So is he thin? Build, thin
I
frame?
think thin
or...
framed, just arrogant.
And what nationality?
Ooh, American.
American. Right. USA. Okay. And then, so it goes past, and the glint of the blade kind of like shines on the camera lens, and actually, as it goes by, you see the kind of like the sound. What's it called, guys?
Boombox.
The thing they use.
Boomstick.
The boom. Yeah, you see the boom mic just at the top of the screen. It goes by, and onto the final character.
That'll be me. My character's called Sarge. He's 39. He is a lone survivor. It's confidential, restricted information. That
Terribly mysterious.
very mysterious. Yeah,
You
he's
fear.
medium to largest build, full beard in plaid, like Viking-esque, and a massive ponytail. My fear. Where's my fear? Fear of dropping dead with no warning, like brain aneurysm. The death that gets you out of nowhere.
Okay, so the death that you cannot see, because he can kill everything else, but there's that death that sneaks up on you, and that's the worst. So, what was your? How did? Are we going to find out in this? What you're a survivor of? Are you the survivor of all your family had aneurysms?
It's restricted information. Sorry.
Oh, good to know. Good to know. Okay, so and the camera comes back out, and the plane lands down. Now, do any of you know each other?
I'm inclined to say if Sarge is a Sarge, then he's my Sarge. Sir.
And because I'm just a never
Maybe they
failing
serve
doctor,
together at some point.
I'm there as an emergency, especially if we're going to the Arctic. They probably want a good surgeon in case of any medical surprises along the way in a remote location in the world.
Fine. I'll head up the plane first because I'm obviously.
The seaplane's propellers chug to a halt as it pulls up to a rickety wooden pier, and the team alights, wrapped up in thermal military garb. Of course, apart from you, of course, Gunnar, who's just wearing a vest. Up at the end of the pier, a decrepit sign barely reads "Welcome to Barrow." The rest of the sign's paint worn away by the wind or covered in snow. Beyond the sign, a cluster of worn, wood-clad buildings sits semi-buried in snow, entrenched in the ground, cowering from the icy wind.
Sounds fun. I guess I'll get out the plane and then take a deep breath. And he's got a bad chewing habit, so he's always got something in his mouth that he's chewing. So he's got like the tassel off his coat, and he's chewing on it. And he just spits it out and goes, "Typical, no duty free." And I'll carry on walking down the pier.
I mean, that's a great first line for a film there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt.
I'll just follow, waiting for Sarge's orders.
And the dock?
I'll just be continuing just showing off my scalpel flipping skills and walk out the plane, follow it along.
Right, so you guys, you're at the docks.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of boats kind of moored up, like some kind of fishing vessels. and a couple of buildings to the left. I assume you're heading towards the buildings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for. We're on the way up.
Okay, so as you're going through, Barrow is absolutely silent. The only thing you can hear is the howl of the Arctic wind. There is no life here at all, from the looks of it. The lights are off in the buildings. Can someone do a wits or a smart check for me?
Well, it's not going to be me.
I've got smarts. Got a 5 on smarts.
That's you.
It's me then.
Doc, you're up.
So I rolled. I got 1 success. No strange.
Oh, that's good. The streets are empty, but smoke seems rising from chimney of one of the buildings. And swinging in the wind above the door is a pub sign with icicles hanging from it. A carved polar bear at its centre. As you draw closer, you can hear voices inside and see light dancing through the frosted windows.
I think we're just going to the pub.
Yeah, everyone going inside?
It's been a long flight.
Yeah. Actually, no. I'm going to knock on the window, or maybe try and get rid of some of the ice. I was going to say punch it, but I'm not going to go that far.
Do you have gloves on?
Oh, that's a good question.
Just like mittens at best.
yeah, probably. Yeah, that sounds good.
So, you kind of you knock at the window with your muffled gloves, which basically don't make any noise whatsoever.
Fair enough.
And can't really see inside because it's just all the condensation inside is blocking.
It's on the inside. Okay.
Just gonna push the door open and go in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's all go in.
What did the sign say outside? I didn't catch it because you glitched.
The white bear.
The white bear, right? Thank you.
And there's like a picture of a polar bear. Inside the bar, ragtag groups of locals sip at warming drinks and spirits. A fire roaring in an open hearth, keeping the bitter cold at bay, but only just. Locals, if you imagine like they're all kind of raucous, having a fairly okay time, but as soon as you guys walk in, they go deathly silent. Suspicious glares are cast your way and they murmur amongst themselves, their own conversations becoming more hushed in tone. At the bar you see a burly man is polishing pint glasses.
Happy bunch of people, aren't they?
Is there anyone playing like poker or anything?
Yes, there's 2 gruff-old men in the corner just playing a game of poker.
Cool. I give Sarge a sort of knowing look and sort of go like that, as if asking, shall I go and see if I can get a bit of info out of those guys while you two do that?
Yeah. Just roll my eyes and just walk off to the bar.
Yeah.
You know, it's a full-on acknowledgement. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
To the bar, but I'm obviously still twizzling my scalpel. But when we get there, I sort of like it's like slam it into the desk. Go, can I order a drink? Barkeep.
Okay, in that case, you basically gone ahead while Sergeant gonna be chatting to each other. Doc's just like walked, well, not chatting, but looking at each other mysteriously. Doc Jones goes up to the bar, puts his knife in the beautifully wooden carved bar, and asks for a drink. I was thinking the accent for him now. I was like, gonna go for Eastern European, but it won't work. You're in the Arctic. Hello there, stranger. You're far from home.
Oh, they're Welsh, are they?
Yeah, whatever accents, whatever accent comes out my mouth. I don't know.
Far from home, but not too far for a drink.
Nice.
Can I ask you a question, stranger?
Go for it.
What did my bar do to you?
It's more what could your bar do for me?
He looks at you, a fierce intensity in his eyes, and then a smile comes on his face, and he laughs. I pours you the only beer they have in this place, and you get a frosty pint, which is more head than anything else.
I just take it and just it's a way I just take what I want. It's a long flight over here to the Arctic anyway, so it's take what I can get.
Okay, I'm gonna make a note. You've consumed some alcohol.
Yes. Yeah.
Doc's hands are gonna be shaky later. Right, Sarge, you go up to the bar.
Look at the barkeeper. I'm just going to give him a nod. Look around. We haven't had any information about this town, have we? We're just told we're going here.
Going here to try and find a guide. Just take you to where. Try and find the Morning Star.
All right. So I'll order a beer and then ask if the barman knows of. Why am I talking like? No. Greetings. May I have one of your beers, less head than that, and any information if you have any guides in the area willing to go on a little excursion with us?
He stops polishing his pint glass and puts it down, looks around, and then kind of draws you close to him. We're looking for the ship, right? The Morning Star.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It came through a few weeks past, and yes, we do not like it. Ever since they were here, fishing has gone bad.
Oh,
but you could speak to any of the fishermen. They, if you have the money, they, I'm sure they can take you.
Yeah. Fine by me. Any of these lovely folk in here, fishermen? I'll look around, see if they'll give me a direction of who's best to talk to.
So most people kind of avoid your gaze, but in the corner, looking out of the frosted windows, is a very very rugged, old-looking gentleman with a very white beard. He looks a bit like Captain Birdseye, and he was looking out the window. But when you came in, but you can see he's staring at you with a burning intensity.
Does he have a beer on the table?
Yeah, he's got a drink.
I'll get another one.
Okay.
And I'll go over and join him with a beer.
Okay, Gunnar, you're at the. You come up to a poker table. There are two guys. They kind of stop and they look up at you.
I just look at them. I kind of like, "Hi guys." Oh no, howdy fellas. So this place is called the White Bear, huh? He doesn't have a segue into that out of that, unfortunately, because so you're playing a good old game of Hold'em. So then he gets his wallet out, and then takes a $10 out, does it on the table, and says, "Room for one more?"
One of the men nods you down. As long as you don't talk about bears, you can sit down with us.
Fine by me. As I sit down, I say, "Tell you what, guys, here's a deal. If I win, then you don't need to give me any money. Just tell me everything you know about the Morning Star. If you win, the money's yours."
Okay.
Deal
can
me
you
in.
do a luck roll for me?
Oh, a luck roll. Okay.
I kind of feel like it's luck-based, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 1 success, 0 strange.
Okay, so Gunnar, you're kind of like you hustled them a little bit here. You're fairly good at poker. You played a poor hand on purpose to kind of get them, lull them into a false sense of security. But by the end of it, yeah, you wiped the floor with them. one of the guys kicks his chair away and just walks off in a grump. And the other guy just turns to you and says, "Oh, don't mind Eric. He's just he's not been the same since what happened to his wife."
Oh.
So you want to know about the Morning Star? Not much to tell. They came here, and ever since then, fish are no good. There's no fish. They're gone. It's strange. These waters we've fished in these for centuries. I can trace my whole family line back to fishermen, but we're having to go further and further afield because of that ship. And then, you know,
Okay.
the fish aren't even the worst of it. All the other animals acting weird. Bears, for instance.
Okay. With that, I nod at him, say thank you, and I go to join Sarge.
Okay. Sarge, you walk over to the table, and the guy's still kind of staring at you.
Okay. You're either giving me the eye, old man, or you're willing to talk business. So let's start with business, and I'll put up both beers on the table, and I'll sit down.
Okay. Can you do a charisma check for me? A heart check.
Hearts.
It's not a real dice rolling.
Yeah, I know. Weird. Ooh. 2 hearts. Is a star a pass?
No, star is a strange. No, a star is a pass. Yeah.
All right. Okay. 3 passes. I've got a luck as well. I'm going to bank that.
But yeah. Any luck? You guys roll. You can bank those for later skill checks. Okay. So yeah, this he introduced himself as Old Man Gunderson, and you remind him of his son, which is why he's talking to you. And he tells you a little tale. They went up north to see what the fuss was. People got to make a living up here. We can't do with no disruptions. It was quiet round, too quiet. As he says, the camera slowly zooms into his face. Just the moans of the ice shifting and the wind whispering. A few hours out, I got a ping on the sonar. Something big, heading for the boat. Thought it was a whale. Shone a torch over the side to catch a look. It wasn't a whale. Some huge black shape looming under the surface. Before I could get a good look, it slammed the boat something fierce and knocked me down. Hit me head. Passed out. When I woke up, it was gone. Boat is sure messed up though. I ain't going out there again. No way.
Is the area where it roughly happened, can people traverse it over the ice to get to the ship? Would you take us at least halfway?
I won't be setting foot out of this bar till I'm dead. But there's some more reckless people around here. You go see Becky King at the harbor. She'll definitely take you if you got the cash.
I'll think the I'll talk about general stuff. I want to know what you've seen in the area, and I'll tell them about some of my stories that I've seen in my life.
Okay, you don't get much more from him. He just says that there's been polar bear attacks of late. They normally stay away from the town, but they're getting more and more aggressive, it seems. But yeah, he's somebody's wife was taken away the other day by one of these things. Sent a search party out. Nobody came back. But he just once again says he's not leaving this place. But yeah, go speak to Becky in the harbour.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
sit and then leave.
Doc, you finished your pint.
Yeah,
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I sort of get myself together after I've had a drink and sort of join in with Sarge and everyone else and see what's up and see how they're getting on and just make sure that have we figured out where we're heading yet. Have we figured out what the ship is?
Okay, are you guys talking openly in the bar, or are you going outside?
We'll go outside.
Yeah. We'll just follow you out.
Okay, so I imagine the film, all three of you kind of nod at each other. You
Yeah.
leave, and now you're outside in the cold again.
Yeah, we'll step away from the door area and windows, so we've got like a decent gap. And I'll say, spoke to the old timer in there. He pinged something on the radar when he looked over the side of the ship. He thought it was a whale, but it turned out it wasn't, and it hit his ship and knocked him to the floor and carried on going towards where the Morning Star was last seen. But he's not willing to go back on the waters. But there's a Becky King. If we got enough money for it, she'll take us.
That's weird. That's weird, Sarge, because the guy on the poker table was saying that the animals around here are all acting real weird, real peculiar.
Yeah, the old time polar bear attacks. One of the gents, one of the locals, his wife's gone missing. They sent a search party, and the whole party's disappeared. So no one's willing to leave the town.
Well, I guess we should go and find this Becky then.
Yeah.
Doc is just silently nodding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Doc and then just say, Doc, can you do me a favour?
What's the favour?
You want to go get your knife from the bar, please?
Get some ice from the bar. I'll just,
your knife.
A knife from the bar. I thought I picked that up as I left. I thought I said I picked that up as I left.
Right, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, well, I don't think you would have left yet.
I thought I said as I left, I'll pick up my knife and then head out. I thought I said that, but never mind. If I didn't,
okay.
Let's blame Discord.
So the three of you walk down towards the docks, and there's a few shipping, like fishing vessels there. Can someone do a wits check for me? Actually, it's going to have to be Sarge because he had the story from Old Man Gunnison. Sorry. Can you do a wits check for me, please?
Not my best. I got a luck and a strange on that one.
Oh, our first failure, ladies and gentlemen. The Doom Clock has notched up one on the track. And using the lovely GM screen I have here, has the Doom track along the top. You can follow along. And I'm using one of my daughter's hair clips as a tracker for that. So, good job. Okay, yes. So you can bank the luck, though.
Yeah.
You go completely past. You don't notice this, but the camera kind of stays there. And it is the shipping vessel that Old Man Gunnison was in, and there are large claw marks up the side of the ship, which none of you notice, but the people at home do. You easily spot Becky, as she's the only person out here, and she's working on the only operational fishing vessel in here. Now, you guys get to choose the name of the boat. I'm not even making this up. You get to choose the name of the boat, and they have a couple of options here, and I think I know which one you guys would go for, because it's the same one I go for. The options are Ymir, O.T. McBoatface, Walrus and the Carpenter, or the Lusty Shrimp.
I want to go Lusty Shrimp, but
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
That is 100% the one I would go for, the Lusty Shrimp.
Yeah.
So, the Lusty Shrimp, it was a bit blurred, but now you can see what it says on there. Lusty Shrimp, it has seen better days. It's quite a rusty old bucket. The Millennium Falcon of fishing vessels. It did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs, but hey, there we go. And there is Becky, who is wrapped up warm, and she waves at you.
Does it have like a...
Oh, gents. How can I help?
Miss King?
Miss King? That's very presumptuous. What can I do for you, big fella?
I need to go out onto. Out. We're gonna go get to the Morning Star. We got people to rescue.
Morning Star, eh? Well, I could take you. But, what's in it for me? It's worth noting, guys, you do have like a surplus of cash that the government would have given you for this.
Money is what makes the world go round. So you pick a price, and we'll probably pay it.
Good negotiating.
Good negotiating. £2.50.
Well, you show me how much you got. You show me how much you got, and I'll tell you what it's worth.
Just open up an empty wallet and say,
I'm going to get out a cigar and just start smoking it in the background.
Okay.
Take out paper and pencil. I'll write down 1 million and just show her.
She looks at it. Jinkies? That's what I say, jinkies. What is somewhere between Scooby-Doo and Nightmare on Elm Street? Yeah, sure. That's that's definitely doable. That is clearly more than she much more than she thought you'd get out of you guys. So she is very happy with that. She tucks it away, spits on her hand, puts her hand out to shake your hand, Sarge.
I smile and spit in my hand and shake her hand. Done deal.
If this is a video game, you'd get like a little thing about them saying she appreciates this.
She will remember that.
Still remember that. Okay, so the three of you get on board the Lusty Shrimp, and you start chugging away.
I was imagining it had like one of those, what is it, like the little front bits on the ship where it's got like a different ornament and it's like just a mermaid but with the head of a shrimp.
That's exactly, yes, no, that's exactly what it is. A mermaid with the head of a shrimp. So it goes out.
I'm gonna walk over to Sarge. I'm guessing we're all just like leaning. He's like leaning on the side of the ship or something. I'm going, hey Sarge, what's lusty mean?
I'll tell you when we get back home.
Okay, Sarge.
It's not that kind of film. The sea glimmers in the permanent twilight the Arctic seems to be stuck in around this time of year as the boat navigates the frozen sea. Gigantic icebergs float by your boat, towering monoliths of frost you skillfully weave between. The landscape is barren, a lifeless expanse of cold, murky ocean and icy plateaus. However, you can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. So, Doc, what are you doing at the moment?
Well, currently I'm on the...
A bit of downtime?
Yeah, I got a little bit of downtime. Currently just exploring the ship at the moment. Sort of just getting the lay of what's going on the ship. So I'll probably just go around exploring, seeing what's what. Seeing if there's anywhere like that, if there was an injury that I could perform surgery into, like a bed, like the bed chambers and stuff like that. Just make sure I've got my bearings of what's on this ship and what the quality
so the
of
ship
things
is
like.
It's a very small ship. There's basically, you've got the above bit, you've got where they're driving.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously know my way around a ship, guys, with how I'm saying these nautical terms here. Down below deck, though, there is a bit of a galley with some watery bread down there, maybe. And there is a couple of cabins in there, and the engine room itself. So there's no real kind of medical facilities on this ship.
No.
But you have a look around, you snoop around, and have a look about.
Yeah.
And the camera watches you do this.
Yeah, I'm just like snooping in things. I'm looking at it like through, just checking up on things, just being like a bit nosy.
Just being nosy.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. So, Matt, what would you like to be doing at this moment? What's your character doing?
So Gunnar's gonna go up to Becky, and he's gonna be like, "So, you're the captain of this vessel, are you?"
Well,
It's quite a.
it was.
Oh. Go on.
Oh, I was just saying. I am a captain now. It was my husband's ship, but we lost him not that long back. I'll miss Dave.
I knew you were going to call him Dave. Do they know they're in this?
They mentioned about. Do you ever put us in RPGs? Some people like me and Man both know. So yeah. Oh yeah, we lost Dave a while back.
Oh man, that's a shame. That's a shame. I love the sea. I love the sea.
There, just slowly pan out. Amazing. See.
So as
Right, Sarge, what are you up to?
these two have trundled off, so I'm at the stern of the ship and I'm looking towards the cabin. Every now and again, I'll turn on the spot as he's just lost signal.
Suddenly, the ham radio buzzes into life, crackling and making strange noises. The garbled signal seems to have a voice in there somewhere, but in its scrambled state, you can't make out the words.
I'll push myself off the stern and be more ready. I'm gonna from the coat I'm wearing, gonna pull out my twisted shotgun.
Okay.
Hey Sarge, get over here. There's all sorts of strange sounds coming from this thing. Can you make heads or tails of it? And I guess I'm sort of gesturing to him to sort of play with the knobs and things to see if he can make it any clearer.
Playing with his knobs.
Yeah.
This guy, he's trying to make this film something different. Okay, so someone could perform a smarts check for me. Unfortunately, Will, you're down below.
Yes, I am, yes.
So you're not performing anything. You're too busy looking through.
I'm being absolutely nosy. I'm just seeing what on earth this. What was all about? Who we've paid $1 million to? Like government money. She could be absolutely anyone. We just went to the.
Okay, so who wants to do a smarts check?
What have you got? Smart.
Mine's just 3.
Oh, mine's 3.
Okay. I don't mind doing it, but I think given Gunner's, tendency to bash first and ask questions later, I think he'd be more inclined to let you do it.
All right.
But if you want to, I don't mind either way.
I'll give it. I'll give it
Okay.
a go. Nothing.
Never mind.
No strange, yeah?
No. It's a good grit roll.
Okay, so so you try to tune the radio, but you actually snap the kind of toggle off, and Becky just looks at you, really pissed off. But yeah. Meanwhile, below deck, Will, you can feel the boat moving. You feel strange. Everyone above. Can you do, everyone who's on top at the moment, can you guys just do a... Well, actually, no. The sonar. Suddenly the sonar begins to beat wildly. And you guys who are upstairs, you can see that the monitor shows that a large, unidentifiable mass is moving towards the boat. And speed.
I'll head in the direction. Tell me which way it's coming. I'll head out to the back of the boat.
Do a wits check.
Remember this last time it just didn't work. Which one's which is the brain icon?
It's the key. It's the blue one.
It's the key.
It's the key. Oh, I got to look. I'm gonna cast one of my looks in. Can I make that a success to do that?
No, you can add a dice to that roll.
No, nothing.
Okay, so you were looking out. You cannot see anything. Okay, the water is choppy, but you can't see anything coming towards you. Matt, what do you want to do?
I'm just pointing at it and telling Becky, look, there's something coming. Let's try and get away as fast as you
Okay,
can.
so Becky grabs onto the wheel and tries to steer away to this thing. Doc, what are you up to? You can hear some commotion above.
There's a commotion above. I sort of make my way back up and sort of just see see the sonar. I'm guessing because I'm coming through the main bit.
You can hear it before you see it.
Yeah. And so I sort of have a glance at the monitor and sort of see the direction this thing's coming. So sort of head to that sort of bit of the ship to sort of get an eyes out, see if I can spy anything.
Okay.
If I can do that.
Can you do a smarts check?
Yep. Okay, that is 2 successes, but 4 strange.
Doesn't matter about strange, long
Okay,
successes.
so
It doesn't
got
have
2
any
successes.
issue. Okay, so in that case, you see it just before it hits the ship. A black mass just above the water, and it goes down. Can everyone above ship please do a wits roll to see if you can hold on
Oh god. Well, I'm right at the back. Does that
as
mean
the whatever it is hits the boat?
Grit, you say, yeah?
Nope. Wit.
Oh, wit
That's
with a W.
dexterity, not
Oh,
wit
okay.
with a W.
no success and no strange.
Same.
Okay. Okay.
1 success. No strange.
Okay. So, Doc Jones and Gunnar, you're both in the water. The icy cold does 2 damage to
Oh
you.
god.
Oh, great.
Ouch.
You'll start drinking in the seawater.
Well,
The sonar starts going further away.
but isn't the boat carrying on and we're in the water?
Oh, he's carrying on at the moment.
Now, men overboard! And I've probably still got the knob from the trying to. I'll just flick it into the water and go for the life rings, and I'll throw them out.
There's 1 life ring. Who are you throwing it towards?
I like between the 2 of them in the middle.
That's great. Can you do a grit roll? A grit with a G roll for me, please.
Right. Certainly can do. Well, that's disgusting. Only 1 success.
That's fine. So you manage to get it in between them.
Oh.
The sonar starts getting louder again. Everyone in the water, you can do a wits roll.
Mm-hmm.
Go swim back to the ship if you'd like to.
I like to, because I've got the competitive side of me, also I don't want to fail, so I'm charging towards the life ring. Get there first.
Okay, can you both do a wits roll and we'll see who gets there first?
I got nothing.
I got nothing either. So it's
Right, so you guys swim before it, but the boat is still going away, so it's actually pulled away from you.
yeah.
The noise of the sonar is getting louder. The thing is getting closer and closer.
Out to Becky. Which direction, Becky? Communication. And I'll have my shotgun ready.
Coming from the port.
Okay.
So you could do another wits roll to see if you can see the thing. All these rolls, all the failures.
I'll say to her, give me a 3, 2, 1 when it's about to hit, and I'll shoot into the water blindly.
Okay. So she does that. She says 3, 2, 1. And what's so you've got a shotgun?
Yeah.
What's the dice that it's got with it? What's it associated with?
Blunt.
Top right will have a little symbol on there. Do. Wait, it says a skill, sorry. What skill is it associated with?
Oh, grit.
So roll a grit.
Oh, two. Thank God there's a talent dice in there. I got 2 stars.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you shoot, and all 3 of you hear an awful otherworldly noise, and the sonar goes dead.
I'll just hear Irvin go, well, that's new.
Stunned silence. Yeah.
I look out and get to the boat now, Becky, turn around. Or stop moving.
Okay, so you guys climb back on board, and Becky pulls out some blankets for you guys to kind of sit in. You can recover 1 hit point each.
Nice.
Becky looks shaken, and she's kind of staring towards where the creature went, where it came from at least. And Sarge is the only one who's not currently with blankets around you. You look over in the direction she's looking, and the sea is a strange color. It is red. And on top of the sea, bobbing along, are various whale carcasses that have been ripped apart.
Wow.
A fear roll for me, please.
Okay. What does that fall under?
Bear with me. So,
Okay.
strange pool, please.
Oh, strange. Oh, no.
All of us or just Sarge?
Just Sarge, he's the only one who's seen this.
And Becky. Don't forget Becky. After strange, 1.
You've seen worse from your classified mission, but at least you now know how you have a direction of where to go to find this morning star.
I'll look at Becky. I'll put my hand on the shoulder, like, just take a breath. We're going that way.
Okay, fades black, and then the ship moves on. We go to the next part of this. Okay,
Curious.
so it's been about half an hour. You've not seen this thing again. And as your boat rounds an iceberg, you finally see the Morning Star. A military vessel towers above your tiny fishing boat as you approach. Ice crawls up its breached hull like fingers trying to drag it down into the depths below. The prow of the ship has mounted a thick icy shelf and is embedded in a wall of frost. As you drift by, the metal creaks and groans like a large creature in pain or discomfort, struggling desperately to break free. So you can try to have a look for signs of life or activity, if you'd like to. One of you can attempt it. I won't tell you what you're rolling. One of you can attempt to do something to spot signs of life. Would like to do that.
I don't mind doing it. I'll like Gunner's
Go
not.
for it.
You know, he's quite gung ho, so he's gonna just take a look
Wits
for it.
check
Oh, great!
with a W.
0 success, 1 strange.
Yes!
Thank you. Thank you. 2 minutes in. There we go. You don't see anything, and you've basically got, like, on this fishing vessel, there is a kind of like torch, like a big kind of like head spotlight, and you're shining it over the ship, and you see, you know, the words USS Morning Star, so you know it's definitely the ship. I mean, there's not that many, you know, icebreaker research vessels around, and you don't spot it, but the people home see movement on the top of the ship. So you've got an option now, guys. The boat can pull up alongside the Morning Star, and you can secure yourself to it and go up the chains and rigging, or you can moor the boat at shore and climb onto the icy plateau and try to board the ship at a crash point in the frozen cliff.
just why? Just why?
Well, my gut instinct would be not to go via the crash point, because that's probably going to be the least structurally stable.
Yeah.
Although Gunnar wouldn't. That wouldn't be Gunnar's. That's not how Gunnar would put it. He wouldn't say structurally stable, but you know what I mean.
If we go up the chain, we could attach ropes to the top and throw them over the side for a quicker descend. I think that is going to be a better option than going through a gaping hole, which we don't know what's caused it.
Yeah.
We don't know what the carry. Yeah.
That hole there, Sarge, looks a bit loosey-goosey to me. That's what he'd say.
We are going Scooby-Doo-ish for this a bit, so
Yeah,
that's fine. Loosey-goosey all the way. Okay, so yeah, you guys... I mean, at the very beginning, I said you guys were an advanced group of military personnel, so you could easily attach these, some climb up the chains and attach ropes. So that's not a problem at all. Becky is obviously it, unless you insist she comes with you.
She's the traitor.
It's all right. You haven't left Will in the ship. If Will was in that fishing boat, you'd never see it again. Okay. So, are you all climbing up on deck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the camera kind of follows you guys as you go up the chains and you climb up onto the icy deck. Once on deck, you find no signs of life. Activities and duties seem to be abandoned short notice, with tools left in place and boxes dropped on the ground. A mop stands bolt upright in a bucket of now iced over water, frozen in place and time.
Because Sarge is the way he is, he's taken note of where the discarded tools are, and then he'll playfully play around with the mop, but then he's purposely trying to snap it weapon round just in case.
Okay.
See, I was gonna say that'd be a good weapon. Pick it up. You got a big block of ice or a bucket with ice inside it. Then it's an amazing weapon for bludgeoning.
We'll go with that.
Yeah. So I think that's what Gunnar would do. He'd look at that and go, "Yeah,
Or shadow.
I can use that to whack someone around the head."
Okay. What's Doc Jones up to?
I'm having I think I'm just sitting with my scalpel, just watching the other two doing whatever they're making sure they're not getting themselves injured.
We are like the A-Team. We're trying to make
Yes.
something out of nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you guys. So after about 5 minutes of messing about with a mop, Star just noticed there's some tools on the ground there. What do you want to do now, guys?
Find a best way. We want to go to the. We want to get inside first, so a way in, and then we want to head toward. Where do you want to go, guys?
Well, is there anything in there? Have we looked through the tools? Is there anything there we can scavenge?
You haven't looked at the tools yet? You want
Let's
to have a
do
look?
that,
So yeah, so you have a look there, and you find a crowbar.
Ooh.
So you can write this down. It's 2 blunt. That's how much damage it does.
Yeah.
And it's got a special ability, which is Open Sesame. Add +1 talent dice when you're trying to open doors using this weapon.
+1 talent.
And you're using grit to use a crowbar.
Great. Okay. Who's taking it? Am I taking it?
Yeah, take it.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Will, can you roll a wit check for me?
Of course. 1 success and 1 strange.
Oh, perfect. So whilst they're kind of looking through these tools, you kind of step back and you're looking around the ship, and you kind of look to see where you think the bridge would be on the ship, and you see the bridge. A wide room with 3 large windows towers up above the deck, a nicely set of metal stairs winding around its exterior, reaching up to a door. As you look closer, a light seems to be on and shining through the windows. A shadow flickers across the rays of light before quickly disappearing.
Something appears to be out there.
Oh. I ready my mop and big... no ice. I've got the crowbar on my back, and I've got a mop in my hand with ready to go.
If someone's watching it. So by saying that, I'd like to stop and just hold like sort of the scalpel in one hand about. Just sort of ready, primed and ready.
Sarge, you're basically in charge of this entire mission. They've basically put you in charge of going everywhere. So Sarge, what are you doing?
I'm looking at him thinking, where's my guns? Find a way in, and we're going to head up to the bridge.
Okay, so you can either got the metal stairs that lead up to the bridge on the exterior, or you can just try to go through any of the bulkheads around the ship.
We'll go exterior.
On the stairs?
Yeah, guys, we're going to go exterior first, and then we're going to go through sweeping room by room. Close doors, every room.
Okay, so you climb up the icy stairs. Who's going last?
So who's got? So we've got one with a person with a crowbar. We've got someone with me with my little scalpel.
I got a shotgun.
You got a shotgun. Shotgun at the front.
I would imagine then, like military tactics, you'd have someone at the rear facing backwards, so that it's like you've got both sides covered. So I guess Sarge is first, Doc in the middle, me at the back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Doc, could you do as you're in the middle? Could you do a wit check as you slip on the ice?
Oh.
No successes, but no strange. But I did get a luck, so I can bank that.
Yeah.
Can bank that.
Way.
So you slip, and could you do a grit check for me? See if you can grab
the one thing I can actually.
But
the one thing I've actually got a decent.
I fear failure, so am I failing walking up the stairs? So now
Right, here we go. Grit, click. Oh, click. 2 success, 1 strange.
Beautiful. Don't worry about the strange. So you managed to grab him. Would you like to drop the ice mop, or would you like to drop the crowbar?
Oh, balls.
You can't carry those and a dock.
The crowbar's on my back, though.
Is it?
I did say that.
Okay, fair enough. We'll keep your ice mop and stuff. You managed to grab the dog just as he's about to go over. What cool action kind of phrase are you going to say to him as you catch him?
Oh,
Can it be like they use the mop as like, and then you catch him?
I'm trying to come up with a CSI Miami glasses on type zinger. I can't think of anything.
Next time you're going to take it, don't send me a postcard.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Right. So, as you get up to the top, you notice that the bulkhead to the bridge is slightly ajar, but it's stiff and hard to move. If only someone had some way to open a door.
If only. So, let's get the...
Grit check for me, please.
Grit again?
You get a bonus dice to this.
Oh, right, okay.
I'll give...
3 success.
This mother trucker. Okay, so you have no problem. It's like, it's basically like carving it with butter with a hot knife. So you easily open this door up. As the bulkhead door creaks open, a large room is revealed, lined with rows of computers and navigation equipment, some of it still active and buzzing away. You scan your eyes across the room and see no signs of life, but as the echoes of the creaking door fade away, you hear a murmured voice coming from the back of the room, repeating something over and over again.
As Gunnar's opened the door, I've pre-given the signal that he cracks it open and steps aside, so I move in with Doc following, and then Gunnar last. And I will head straight centre towards the murmurs, pan left and right, and I'll signal to Gunnar and Doc to take left and right flank.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, on inspection of the voice, you discover it is a Mayday recording playing out on a continuous loop from the captain's command deck. And it goes, Mayday, Mayday, this is Captain Ford of the USS Morningstar. Our ship has run aground into an ice field and we are unable to break free. Please send assistance as soon as possible. We are in dire need of help. Our coordinates are, and there's the coordinates. And this actually, anyone who heard that message on the ham radio, you realise this is what that was. You were picking up the Morningstar's distress signal. So, Doc, you're in the room. Looking around the room, you can see there's two computers that appear to be active.
Okay. Look, is there, I'm guessing one on the left, one on the right, so I'll look at the leftmost monitor.
There is a captain's computer, and there is just another, the navigation officer's computer.
Okay, so I'll look at the captain's computer.
Okay, it's currently locked, but you can try to access it with a smarts check.
Okay, I'll try and hijack the password.
Yeah.
I got 2 successes and 1 strange. And I did get a luck in that as well, so I got an additional luck, which I can bank, so I got 2 of them.
You can only bank, I believe, 2 luck.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it'd be useful for.
you look through all the kind of information in there, and there's nothing that really stands out apart from an email. And it's addressed to the captain.
From the
all recovered documents from the failed Philadelphia experiment have been transferred as requested. I've deposited them in your office safe with the other data rather than handing them over to you on the bridge. I assumed you would wish to look over them in private. I must warn you, their contents are quite disturbing, but if it helps you to succeed where they failed, then I wish you luck. Jay.
So like the attachment to see what the additional they say there are any additional documents against it. Is that against the email?
No. In the safe. In his office. In the captain's office.
In the captain's office. Interesting. Okay, I'll mention to Sarge that, hey, I think I found something over here.
Gunnar, can you do a wits check for me, please?
Yes. Wait. 1 success.
You hear something rattling around above your head. Something moving. Very quick.
Oh.
Sarge, you move over to the computers where Doc is. Doc, would you want to explain what you've seen?
So I'll just load up the email and say, I guess it seems like there's some important documents. I think we need to go and try and find the captain's quarters. I don't know who this J fellow is, but it sounds like this might be the cause of what's going on. Or at least lead us in the right direction.
Yeah, we're here to rescue. We're here for rescue and recovery. So those documents are a priority. I'm going to turn the signal off. Making too much noise. Don't want too many people coming. I'll go back to the radio and I'm going to turn it all off.
Okay, so as you go over there, you turn off the Mayday signal, and you notice the only other exit out of here is a bulkhead in front of you, which has a card reader on the right-hand side and a little keypad.
Go and inspect. I'm gonna go inspect it, see if it's like a ping card or a swipe card.
So, looking at this, you've seen these kind of things before, and for those who are watching this, you can see that Matt has done an AI-generated version of his character with the ice mop bucket in hand, which is fantastic. AI, it'll replace us all at some point. So, yeah, this particular keypad, you basically have to swipe in a card of a crew member, but there's also a password that you have to get. You need to know a password. Everyone who's on board the ship should have a card to get through that door.
Try 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's amazing. I've got the same combination on my luggage.
Have a check around any desks on the bridge. Spare card that's been dropped or.
So on the other computer that you haven't accessed yet, that desk, there is a card on there which says Ryan Morrison on there, and the computer's there and it's unlocked.
Access computer, and I want to see what access Ryan has to the ship.
So this is just his. You can't get into any real systems on the ship. This is the navigations console, but it's all kind of locked down. But you do see a kind of note on the actual computer itself, which says, "Hey Ryan, I've reset your passcode for the bridge access to the labs. Don't forget it this time. I shouldn't really give it to you on email because security and all that. Here's a clue. It's your best friend in the whole world's name, so you don't have much of an excuse if you can't figure it out. Talk to you later, Sal." Scanning around Ryan's desk, you find 3 photos. The first is of him with his parents on his graduation day, labelled Mum and Dad at graduation ceremony. Second is of him cuddling a grumpy-looking pug labelled Me and My Best Bud. The third is of him and his girlfriend, label on the back reading 3 years anniversary with Sally.
Oh, what's the name of the dog?
Yeah.
You look at the dog tag and it says Sanchez.
Sanchez. I'll check Becky is still with us because she's gone quiet. Did she stay on the boat?
Yeah, do you guys have a radio on you or something you can communicate with? Well, her radio's screwed now, right? She can't tune into stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll have to go out and you have to shout out over the thing over the side, or you can send someone to do that for you. As you are in charge of this entire adventure,
Yes,
apparently.
yeah. Well, you're the sergeant, so it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I'll see if Becky can patch into one of our. I'm assuming we got comms between us. I'm going to say we have. Sweet, nice. I'm going to tell Becky, shout down over the side, tune in to channel 4.
So you're going out the bridge, down the stairs to go and speak to her to tell her to tune into a channel.
Channel 4.
Okay. Right. So you leave. You go down the icy stairs.
I'll leave.
Could you do a wit check for?
One.
Do a wit check for me as you're going down.
One.
On success.
On success. Yeah. That's the key, right?
Okay. Yeah, the keys. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so as you're kind of like going down, you hear something behind you, kind of scuttling. You hear this scuttling noise. You turn back. You don't see anything. Do you want to shrug and carry on to go speak to Becky, or do you want to go investigate?
I'll investigate. Why not?
Okay, so you climb back up the stairs.
I'm gonna.
I think at this point we've got Doc Jones, who's kind of looking at the computer still, seeing if we can find more information out. What are you doing at the moment, Gunnar?
Well, he's a bit confused by all this computer stuff, but I think he would probably know that Doc knows what he's doing, and that's quite important. So I think he's sort of standing guard over Doc, making sure that he doesn't get attacked by anything.
Could you do a wits check for me? But you are at
Wits?
minor advantage for this, so you get to add an additional dice to this roll because you are kind of on the lookout.
So do I just? How do I do that? How do I add the additional dice?
I don't know.
I think if you add, there's in the oval bit, if you put a number 1 in there when you click.
Oh, okay, that's just
that
okay.
should do it.
So I always so I've always got an extra dice for grit, and then the other ones I just add them on as I want them. So wit 1. So okay, let's do that. 3 successes.
You see it before. You hear it before you see it. You look over, and the first thing you kind of notice is you see Sarge coming back through the door that he just left after checking the computer console out. And then you hear this kind of scuttling noise that you heard previously above your head. And on the floor, running towards you, you see a severed hand.
Okay, I sort of ready my my mop.
So, when you do combat, we have first, middle, and last. I'm going to say Will is definitely last at this point because he's.
I don't even know what's going on. I'm still.
I'm going to say that Matt, you get to go first, and we'll go middle. Then it'll be Doddy middle as well. Doddy middle. Oh, this severed hand is running at you. It's a skittering severed hand that you could easily mistake for a very large fleshy spider. Luckily, no one has a fear of spider. What would you like to do? So when you're in combat, you get to do a move action, an attack action, and an interact action. An interact action is like a fun way to do something inventive with your turn, basically. So if you think of something like, so for instance, don't do this, but if there was like, you could be like, oh, there's like an inbox outbox tray on one of these desks. I'm going to grab that and then trap the hand in it, that kind of thing. Or you would, tear a pipe down and steam would come out of it or something. So an interact action's a fun way to make it a bit more inventive rather than just rolling dice and bashing the crap out of something. Yeah.
I mean, I think Gunner is all about bashing the crap out of something, to be fair.
Perfect. So are you going to attack it?
I'm just going to go for it.
What are you attacking it with?
I'll use my mop, but shall I just give it the same stats as my baton, just to keep things simple? Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So it's a grit. So it says I need grit. So we'll just do a standard grit roll. Yeah. The range is close, so that's fine. I guess it's melee. Yep. Yeah. 1 success, 1 strange.
Okay. And how much damage does your thing do?
2 blunt.
Okay. So you hit it, and you hear a squelchy noise as it flies back onto its what would you call this bit of your hand? Onto there. So it looks like this at the moment. It's on its back. It does this, flips around, and runs back at you, and it jumps to attack you. Okay, yeah, and it jumps past your face, and one of its very sharp nails slices. That's a fantastic picture. Slices your cheek, and you take 1 damage of sharp damage from it.
Okay.
Doddy, you see a severed hand attacking your buddy. You're gonna shoot it in the face and miss and hit Gunner.
Better not. Back up to 2 damage. Right.
So jumped up, attacked him. I want to try and get an angle where I'm gonna hit my friend. That would be the.
Okay. So I imagine like action style. You kind of come in with your shotgun and you're moving around. Where's the gun? Where's the gun? And then attack.
Yeah. Whoa! Thank God for the. You know what? I'm liking my the TD dice. They're good. They're good. So that's 2 successes. I got 2 luck on that as well. I can only bank 1
Okay.
because I've got 1 space.
How much damage does your shotgun do?
It does 4.
Okay. It explodes into a mass of black worms which go through the grates of the bridge and disappear.
That's...
And Doc, you just kind of like turn around, I guess. What's a
Yeah.
commotion?
Let's see what's going on. And then it takes a moment to realise that there's this hand just...
You don't see anything because it's the hand has turned into like black worms and just gone into the floor and vanished.
Oh, just like, okay, just like, what's going on?
As you hear
What's
the
happened?
It looked like a spider. It looked like a hand.
It was Superman.
Mm.
Is it a spider?
I was gonna go yell down to Becky, but I heard a noise, so I came back. This is going to be a quick operation, lads. I think we get the information, a very, very quick sweep and check. We're not here to salvage, are we? We're just to recover and go, aren't we?
Mission is to find the crew, find any data, and retrieve them.
Yeah, I think data's priority, and I'm guessing that might have been part of one of the crew members. And if that's the case, we've got to be careful. I've never seen anything like this before.
Okay, so your way ahead is barred by an electronic pass key. What are you going to put in there? The expression.
I was going to go talk to Becky, but I think we're past that now. I made some quick sweep, reconnaissance, get out. So I'll swipe the key card and type in the password.
What password?
Sanchez.
The door opens. You guys descend a set... Oh, sorry, is there anything more you'd like to do in the bridge? Are you happy to carry on?
I think we'll just carry on at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, Jones is having such an easy time with this. It's like, didn't see any horrors. You descend a set of metal stairs, your steps echoing out into the long, dark, metallic halls that lie before you. As you take your first few tentative steps forward, automatic lights blink into action. Some continue to flicker. One long fluorescent tube sways hanging off the ceiling from a frayed wire. The light reveals the chaos before you of shattered glass, scattered paper, and most worryingly, streaks of blood on the floor leading up the corridor away from you. So if you imagine in a corridor now, guys, and there are 5 doors to this corridor. On the left-hand side, there is a glass wall with glass doors in it, and you can't really see in there because there is a thick red substance blocking the view into that kind of area. On the right-hand side, there is the door closest to you. Clearly says maintenance storage on there. There's a bulkhead further up, and at the end of the corridor is a little sign above another bulkhead which says Captain's Office. And ahead of you as well, the second glass door that is closest to the Captain's Office, there is glass all in the corridor.
I'll take point. I'll move down just past where maintenance is, and I'll signal. Doc was in the middle. Are we sticking with that formation?
I think that makes the most sense, doesn't it?
I'll signal to Doc to check maintenance and or Gunner to keep an eye behind us.
Okay. So you slowly move through, military precision, shotgun in hand. You crunch over the glass, and peering to the left, you can see that the rooms to the left of the glass kind of, the glass wall and the glass doors where the glass doors lead to quarantine kind of areas, and then through there is a laboratory. But the glass is shattered out into the corridor, so it means something has come out of the laboratory, and who knows where it is. Maybe it was the hand, who knows. And you can see the blood is leading off towards the captain's office. The captain's office door is locked. If only there was a way someone could open a door with some form of implement.
Yeah, Gunner's just going to go up to the door and punch it. No, he's not.
Is there a lock? Because I could try and pick the lock.
You can try and pick the lock if you'd like to.
Yeah, I mean, does a crowbar really work on a door? That's well, it could do, I suppose, depending on how much effort I put into it. But if you want to try that first, then
Use my lucky scalpel.
sure. Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
What do I need?
You're not the lock-picking lawyer, you're the lock-picking doctor.
What do I need for that?
It's going to be a wit check for lock picking, I believe. That's dexterity. Wits seem to be used for a lot of these things.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
I got 0 successes and 0 strange, but I've got 2 banked luck that I could use to gain.
Use those 2 dice to roll 2 more dice then.
Yeah. I'm going to roll 2 more. And that still failed, so great. So I basically got nothing. And no strange.
Your scalpel breaks in the lock.
Great.
Oh,
Great.
no.
I'm now like because I'm feared of failure. I completely failed.
Could you do a fear check for me, please? Use your strange pool.
Yeah. 0 successes and 0 strange.
Okay, you are now afraid. Okay?
Yeah.
So you succumb to the fear as it invades your mind. When you are afraid, you temporarily lose 1 core skill point from every core skill to a minimum of 1.
Great.
So you're no longer afraid. So all that top row of D6s you're rolling are all -1.
Great.
Until you can do something to break that fear.
I've got to succeed. That's basically it.
Use scalpel.
And
Oh, a bone saw. Can we get you a bone saw?
What would my thing to break my fear be? Make a slice of
a
toast?
dry sandwich. A microwave to put your soggy sandwich in.
Yeah.
Dry it out.
That won't make it less soggy. It'll just be hot and soggy.
Yeah.
And because you failed a fear check, the doom clock moves up 1 step.
Oh.
Oh, we're all part of it now.
Yeah. Right. I'm just going to put my hand.
Now.
I'm just going to put my hand on Doc's shoulder because you're obviously crouching down in front of the door, and I'm going to go, just sort of pull you back. Stand back, Doc. I got this. Get the
time for
crowbar.
brains is over.
Let's go.
Okay, can you do a grit check for me, please, with a G?
Oh, good, yes.
Also have a weapon.
Oh, 4 successes.
Jesus Christ!
I got.
This thing just it flies off.
How did I get 4 successes? I got 3 of the grip fists. I got a heart, and I got a strange. Does the strange count as a no? Oh well. Oh, I got one as my grit as well. That's what that is, isn't it? So there's probably an extra roll there. Yeah.
So, inside, you find a Spartan office. Shelves and maps attached to the surrounding walls, as well as a safe. The center of the room is dominated by a large desk. Behind it, a high-back office chair, its back facing towards you. The blood trail from the corridor leads to the chair. A rasping voice from the chair asks, "Who's there?" Or should I say, "Who's there?"
Rescue and recovery.
No one.
Silence.
No, I mean Gunner would just because Gunner's just Gunner. He'd just go, "It's Gunner." Just completely give his identity away.
It's Gunner. We met in the pub. We played darts and everything.
The figure in the chair doesn't respond.
Yeah. I'm inclined to just walk up to it and swivel the chair around. Is the chair facing away from us at the moment?
Yep, the back of the chair is facing towards you. Okay, so you just go straight in.
I'll signal
Okay.
signal Gunner and Doc to go in. I'll keep an eye on.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go in. I'm just gonna go straight up and do it.
Okay, yeah, so you just barge straight in, you march
Yeah.
through the room, and you swivel around. In the chair, you find the ship's captain, but in a state that you struggle to recognize. He is missing his right arm from the elbow down, blood streaming from the hastily bandaged wound. His face and skin is contorted, pale, and with thick black veins rising to the surface.
Oh.
Oh.
And his rasping voice comes to his lips.
What happened to you?
Oh, for you.
We're here to find you. What happened to you?
It all went wrong. Everything went so wrong.
I guess I'll just take a sort of step back in sort of aghast.
We tried carry on what the Philadelphia experiment was doing. Trying to use teleportation technology for rapid transport. But after the critical failure of that experiment, we realized there was more potential for exploiting other dimensions, harnessing their energy and resources for humanity's gain. We were experimenting in the bowels of the ship. And the chaos, it spread from there.
And then I'm just gonna go telly dimensions and then look at Doc as if to say, what? Do you know what he's talking about?
With his one arm, he grabs your vest and pulls you closer to him, which is quite a feat because you're a strong guy.
Yeah.
But he seems very strong for a man who's missing an arm with black veins raising the surface of his body. And he says to you, there are things that live in the void that can take over living things. Consume them. Use them to spread and infect others. It's the worms. Don't let them get in you. Close the gate. Any more of these things get through, it'll be the end of us all if they do. You must rescue him. You must rescue Professor Broom. He's the experiment's chief scientist. He's hiding somewhere in the bowels of the Morning Star. And then you have to destroy this infestation. The gate is down there. You're going to need 2 keys to get in. And have my security key. Won't do me much good. The worms are in me now.
Okay, I'm gonna rip his hand off me.
Yeah.
Is he offering his key to us, or is it on his person?
It's in the hand he had out to you. So.
Okay, so yeah, I'll take that from him. I'm sort of in a mind of putting him out of his misery, but does he have the sort of demeanor of someone who wants to be, who wants to be killed before it gets any worse?
Yes, he does not look good.
I'm just gonna look.
Does anyone else want to talk to the captain?
Yeah.
Everyone's heard this. Doc, what are you up to?
I'm still probably really upset about my scalpel being shattered to pieces. I've now got no weapon. I am literally just unsure of what to do. So I'm probably just scrounging the pieces together.
So basically, all this is going on. The Doc is just having an existential crisis about his scalpel.
Yeah,
sitting there doesn't give a shit about what's going on.
No.
What's Sarge up to then?
Sarge is gonna shout to Gunner. Well, talk to Gunner and just say, "Get the safe code." The safe code.
The safe code. Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask yeah, do you have the safe code?
You've got to find Broom. You've got to save Broom. You've got my key card. The other key cards, the crew's quarters, you'll find them in there. You must hurry! He doesn't tell you anything about the
Yeah, don't think he's going to tell us anything else.
code.
Yeah, gonna end it.
Yeah, I'll sort of give you that knowing look, as in the shall I just put him out of his misery look. Okay, I'm going to bludgeon him with the block of ice.
Okay, so we're going to say this is a coup de grace, you doing this. It's basically just do this. As you do it, his head... you're hitting his head, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. His head kind of explodes into a mass of black worms that fly out towards you and everyone else in the room. Can everyone just do a wit check for me?
That's what I'm
So my wit is 2, and I've just rolled 2 keys, so I'll get 2 successes.
Okay.
I would share my screen, but I don't know.
Doddy?
1 and a heart. 1 success and a heart.
Okay. Will?
I got nothing.
Oh, come on, Will.
And no strange. And I did get a heart, but and a might. 2 dice.
Have you got what skills have you got? Have you got anything like
basically everything's reduced by 1, and it's 3 for wit. So I'm only rolling 2.
What extra skills have you got?
Extra skills I've got. So I've got a lot of I've got medic, so I can do so I can heal people. I know targets of enemies, so I know the anatomy of enemies, so I can like target the weak spots, and like stun them as well. But I've also got then like I have knowledge on if I verse a humanoid enemy, so I'm great in a fight, but not anything else.
Okay, so Gunner, basically as soon as you see these things, you like just move back, and Sarge, you also kind of see these things coming, but you're a bit slower to move back, and Doc, you're so focused on the remains of your scalpel, you don't really do anything, but you turn around to see the remains of the captain. Okay.
Ooh. So we see the remains of a captain.
It's always worrying when he's sitting there just...
He's just planning, so he's like, well, how is the Doc going to die?
Worms.
Worms. Alien worms.
Okay. So yeah, you're in there now, guys. You're in the captain's office. He's dead. You're not.
Okay.
Guess we better go to the crew quarters and get this other key card.
I picked myself up from all that, but I joined you guys. I'm just disappointed and upset. Go through grief.
Captain's quarters. If there's a replacement weapon or item, because captains would keep swords.
True.
Like a display. What are they called?
Bayonets?
Bayonet, yeah. Bayonet, a knife, even a envelope opener.
I was going to say a letter opener, yeah.
Opener. Replace a scalpel with a letter opener.
Okay, yeah. So you can find. We're going to give you a weapon of some kind from all that, I think. So let's have a look. Melee 133.
Don't do it. Let him suffer.
Even his death name with Captain whatever, that little wooden plank, he could have that.
Oh, does he have one of those? Does he have one of those pens in the funny holders like you get in the bank? with a chain attached to it.
No. You guys do find though there is a baseball bat, which is on a plaque on the wall. It's signed by some baseball star. I don't know baseball, but some 80s baseball star or 70s baseball star, and it's like signed on there. But yeah, someone can grab that off if they want to. Will, are you grabbing it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna grab it off the wall, hold it out to Doc, and say, "Here you go, Doc. Hit a home run."
Nice. Okay, so that's 2 blunt, and it uses grit. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Right, you guys can hear you can hear banging out in the corridor.
Didn't know it was that kind of ship.
Well, hey, metallic banging.
It's mosh pit.
Yeah.
You hear a door opening.
Oh.
Doc, think about you. Get on that safe. Gonna and I'll step out to the car.
You step out of the corridor and you can see down the corridor the bulkhead leaving. The bulkhead, there was a maintenance door, there's a bulkhead, there's 2 laboratory entrances, but the bulkhead is open now. And what you see surprises you. You see some of the crew, or at least there used to be crew. They are contorted. They're moving in a very erratic fashion with tentacles growing out the side of their face, and their eyes are pure white. Drool coming out of them. They are clearly, not well. Show you a picture there.
Oh, lovely.
How pretty are they? I say it's gonna.
They've not seen you,
Oh, okay.
and about 5 of them.
Should throw a rock or something to distract them.
You've done the old stop hand signal.
Yeah. I whisper to Gunnar, get a fire extinguisher. If we need to, we can throw it down the corridor and I'll shoot it.
Good one.
Gunnar, are you going to look for a fire extinguisher?
Let's do it.
As you look for a fire extinguisher, you can see in the captain's office there isn't one, but you do see a ventilation shaft, which you hadn't seen before.
There's no way Gunnar's going to fit through that.
It's a big ventilation shaft.
But Doc could fit through it.
Is this just because I said I was wearing a white vest like Die Hard?
Yeah, trying to go full Die Hard on here.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to sort of sneak into the office as if I'm looking for the fire extinguisher, but then I see this vent. I'm looking around for something, so yeah, I'll try and take the vent off, I guess.
Okay, you pry the vent off. The noise of you pulling the vent off attracts the contorted sailors. Sarge, you notice all 5 of them suddenly stop, and they all slowly look up at you, and they all start running towards you.
Oh, bugger.
Some of them are armed with various improvised weapons. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to ask, is there a fire extinguisher on the wall as they're coming towards me?
There is no fire extinguisher in here whatsoever. No red barrels either.
And
Terrible.
have we damaged the captain's door to the point of it not closing?
Yeah, we rip it
I mean,
off.
it was 4 successes to open the door. So yeah, that thing is the hinges are screwed.
Okay, I'll take a shot at the legs of the first one to try and lock it to the floor and trip the others up. And I'll scream to the other two, go!
Okay, so if you can do, I'm going to say you're going to go first, and the other guys you're going to go middle, and then the other things are going to go last. That's right. Do a attack then. Is it a grit? Is it a wit roll for the or grit? Poison for the shotgun.
Shotgun, yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Roll high, please. Oh, I did. 3 successes. Nothing else. I can't bank that luck.
Okay. And what damage does it do?
4 blunt.
Okay, that's pretty good. So basically, because you rolled a critical success there, so you've actually done double damage on it. So you've done 8 damage to this first guy.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you blast his legs away from him, and he stumbles forward. The other ones fall over as they're coming towards you. You notice behind them more crew coming out of the bulkhead. Another 3 have appeared. Right, Doc, what are you up to?
Now with my baseball bat and just angry because of the still sort of now going through grief of losing the scalpel. So I'm gonna take out my anger on him. So I'm gonna just swing in with a baseball.
You're running
bat.
into the mass of sailors.
Oh, into this front. They're all charging at us, right? After the shotgun.
So you're in a situation where you've got a bunch of these guys coming towards you down the corridor. There's a ventilation shaft in the room you're in. You can fight through them if you wish.
Go through the vent!
Go through the vent.
What? A ventilation shaft?
Sure.
You don't have to. If you do want to fight through them, it's a purpose, but you can also do that.
Yeah.
Well, I feel as the character is sort of like, I think because he's angry because he's lost the scalpel, and it was the one thing, and now he's afraid of the fact that he's fear of failure. He wants to prove that he can succeed, so he's going in for a swing. And because they're humanoid
Right, so Doc,
characters, I've got a bunch of abilities to go with it.
Okay, they are humanoid. Go for it.
So because they're a humanoid, I get +1 talent dice onto the dice pool when attacking humanoid enemies.
Go for it.
So I'm going to go with that.
So, Sarge, you see Doc run past you into the mass of sailors with his baseball bat.
And then, when attacking on a successful hit, I may also roll a smarts check to off-kilter them and knock them off balance. I've also got the option to choose weak parts, and then I will reveal weaknesses of the enemy if I wanted to. But,
Nice. That's me. I'm just
going to smack it. I'm just going to use a grit roll and smack it with the baseball bat. Well, that went well. 1 strange, no successes.
Okay, so you run out, you slip on the blood trail, and you fall down on your back.
Oh no!
Can you do a fear roll for me, please?
Yeah, a strange roll.
Because you failed.
Nothing, but I got a luck dice, so I could use the luck.
Use it. You're gonna have to use it.
Mm.
So then I got a wit, so I didn't even get anything out of that.
So at this point, Doc Jones, you are now terrified. That basically means you lose 2 core skill points from every core skill to a minimum of 1.
So that's basically everything is at 1, but smarts.
You've had the wind completely knocked out of you. Right, Gunnar, what are you up to?
I'm gonna go and try and drag him into the captain's room.
Okay, so you've got to move. You run over to him. You can interact to pull him into there with you.
Yeah.
And that'll be the end of your go.
That's fine.
Right, so 5 of them that have tripped over they're spending their turn getting up. The other 3 running towards you, Sarge. They're very close to you now, but they don't quite reach you. Sarge, your turn.
You shouldn't split the party, but it's my job. I'll shout to the other 2, get in the vent. How many actions can I take in a turn? Get in the vent. Can I?
You can do a move, you can do an attack, and an interact.
So, tell them to get into the vent. I'm going to fire a shot at the 3 coming towards me, and then I'm going to maneuver myself to go into the lab, because there was a quarantine section beyond that, wasn't there? That we've seen. So I'm going to lock myself in and then figure something out.
Oh, Jesus, this is going to go well. Okay. Right, okay. So, do you attack then?
2 success. 1, 2. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, your shot goes into one of them, kind of like lurches backwards, but they're still running full pelt towards you. Right, so, Doc.
Well, I'm absolutely terrified. I'm thought of being dragged through the through the vents now. I'm absolutely terrified.
You're currently in the office. You haven't gone into the vents.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
So I'm still in the office. So but if I'm being dragged towards the vents, I'm sort of like start turning and sort of running towards the vents. I'm terrified, so I'm charging out of the room.
Okay. Right, so you run full pelt into the vents. Gunner.
I'm going to follow him.
Okay.
Good soldier.
And,
do what I'm told
Doddy,
by my sarge.
That's right. You're following orders. That's fine. And Doddy, you would manage to get yourself into the quarantine area, and close it behind you. So the door just closes in front of you. The 8 sailors are now standing up against the glass, trying to figure out how to get into you.
I'm going to flip them the bird.
They're trying to figure out how to get into him.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
I'll take a quick look at what is around me in the quarantine room.
So in the quarantine area, it's kind of like a bit of an airlock. So there's nothing in the room, but further inwards, there is a laboratory. You can go in there and have a look.
Is there a second set of doors in between the first airlock?
Yeah.
I'll go through the second set and see if there's a way of locking them, or maybe barricading them.
So you've got you do have like the a kind of lock mechanism on the inside, so you can press that to make sure they're fully locked.
I don't want to do
so.
As a step in, I want to check my surroundings first before I lock myself in.
Okay, so as you're peering around here, you basically see this as a laboratory you're in, and there's remnants of notes scientists have left behind, as well as some other experiments. You can try to figure them out if you like.
I feel like I'm not in danger because everything seems to be outside, so I'll lock myself in, and then I'll go along the note, and anything that I see or deem like a journal, I'll backpack it. I'm not even gonna.
Okay. Do a smarts check for me.
Oh no! Oh no! You're gonna add a minute to the doom clock there. Wait. I
5 minutes, guys.
I could reroll. What do you guys reckon? I've got an option to do a reroll, and I get 1 core die to add to it if I do a reroll on the check.
Why not?
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Right. Worse. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
What am I after? I'm after the brain. Oh god, it's worse. Too strange that time. It's a fail.
There we go. Okay, so you look at the notes. You have no idea what they are, but you do notice in the center of the lab, you see 2 large glass cages. The left-hand cage, labeled Entrance Containment Unit, has compartments with food and water, looking as though it was designed to house rats. Each cage has a device inside it, structured like a small door frame, but with wires and nose inlaid into its form. There's no door or blockade, just a freestanding metallic frame. The cage on the right is labelled Exit Containment Unit, and is in a state of chaos. One side is smashed open, leaving jagged shards of glass, and a thick black ichor is streaked along many of its surfaces, the trails of which lead back to the corner of the room. Do a wits or smarts, your choice.
Go smarts again. Why not?
Worked so well for you last time.
1. There's 2 strange in that as well. 1 success.
Hey, well, you failed that check, so that's another 2 strange.
Oh no! I've still got 2 luck. I'm going to sod it. Go on. Yeah. Let's have some fun.
Okay, so you notice in the corner of the room, though, there seems to be some. The floors actually seem to be melted away, and there's a big hole leading down below.
I'll cautiously approach. If I see any generic like books and journals, I'll backpack them because I haven't got a clue what I'm looking at. So it's best to grab. And I'll cautiously approach the hole.
Okay. Fair enough. So, ventilation, guys.
Love it when you do this, but I also hate it.
Well, I'm just behind, so you lead the way.
So I'm just charging through the vent and just keep going, and then I suppose it's like, is it just a singular vent? Are there any turns or twists in there?
It's just one vent, and it's going down.
Cool. I'll probably be sliding down. I'm running to the end because I'm terrified from what was behind, and
Yeah.
I'll just end up sliding down, not realizing it was there.
Okay, so yeah, as you go forward, you hear like a weird noise in the vent. You carry on forward. Matt, you just following him?
Yeah.
Okay,
Can't really see behind us because, well, depends how big the vent is, I suppose. But is there enough room for me to just twitch my head around to see if there's anything following us?
You can't see behind you, no.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you go through the ventilation shaft, and as you're coming forward, you go to the part that was a bit squeaky when Will went through it. When you go through it, it falls away from you,
Of course,
and you
it does.
tumble down into the darkness. With a heavy clatter, your fall comes to a halt, the sound of metal on glass still ringing in your ears. As you look up to take stock of your surroundings, you find your vision impaired by a cloying fog around you. A shadow moves in the fog, human at first, but then growing larger as a hulking mass of flesh looms over you. Will, you come out into a laboratory.
Okay.
And there's a series of controls in front of you, and there are two really large glass containment areas in here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just see the ventilation shaft that you come through has given away and left an opening someone could easily fall into.
Yeah.
The top of one is containment cube. But there's a big fog in this containment cube. You can't see what's in it. Doddy, you're looking through through a hole, and you can see a large room with two large containment chambers in, with a foggy mist in both of them, and the lights flicker into have just flickered into action.
I've got no other exits to my room, have I?
No, you can go through the consumed sailors.
I'll just say any hole to go, and I'll drop in.
Hey, do a you can either do a grit roll to try and climb down, or do a wit roll to try to use your dexterity to flip down there.
I'll do grit. Two success.
Okay, so you managed to climb down, no problem. Matt, this is what you're seeing.
Wow. What's that big thing on its front there?
Yeah, careful, don't put anything in there. Oh dear. Yeah, so Matt, we're gonna say Will's gonna be going first.
Mm-hmm.
Matt and Doddy, you're going second, and Amalgamation Man's going last.
Amalgamation.
What's his superpower? He likes putting things together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I'm still
Amalgamating
terrified.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still
Amalgamating
terrified.
everything.
Yeah.
So everything is bad. Unless I can find a scalpel or succeed, I think. I think this is the only way that I can make it better.
Have you banked some luck?
I used that. I did bank it,
Okay,
and I
never
tried
mind.
using it, so I have nothing. So I've got to try and find something. So I know there's this big giant creature now in the lab.
So there's a giant creature in with Matt at the moment.
Okay.
You're completely safe where you
I'm
are,
completely
and there's a
safe.
series of controls in front of
Yeah.
you.
Okay, so I'll take a look at the I'll take a look at the control panel. Sort of still terrified, just looking at buttons, trying to figure out what's
And
going
you do a
on.
smarts check for me.
Okay, I got 2 luck, no successes, and 2 strange out of that. So I probably want to use those luck.
If you use those luck straight away to move the Doom Tracker back 1, or you can bank those 2 luck.
Well, I might as well move it back 1, because if it's going to progress forward 2, so it reduces.
You're on
it by
10
1.
minutes at the moment.
Yeah. So rather than increase it by 2, increase it by 1. But I failed.
Okay. You failed. Nothing else. You were as scared as you can be about failure.
Yeah.
You're really doubting yourself at the moment. Doddy, speaking of doubting yourselves, what are you up to?
I'm in the hole.
So you're in a big laboratory containment area. There are these 2 containment cubes with fog in both of them. You can see Doc Jones, and he's trying to work out the computers in front of him, but he doesn't seem to be having much luck. You cannot see where your buddy Gunnar is.
Do I see this big creature, or is it just that foggy in here? I can't.
It's foggy. It's only these big glass tubes, but cubes, sorry, that have these fog in, so you can't see any monsters. You can definitely hear something weird though.
I will put my back against the window and bang on it. Get us out! And I'll.
You're not in one of them. You're on the outside of them.
Oh, am I with Doc?
Yeah, you're in the same area as Doc. The only person that's inside one of these things is poor old Gunnar.
Christ. Figure it out, Doc, and I'll stand. Assume there's like a doorway to get into this room, into the containment room.
Yep.
I'm gonna wait, aimed, ready.
So you're doing nothing on your turn. Okay, so you're just preparing yourself. Okay, well, I'll give you an advantage if anything comes after you. Matt.
Well, the first thing I guess I do is just look at this thing and scream, "What the effing hell are you?"
You do a fear roll for me, please.
A fear roll. How do I do that?
Strange.
Oh yeah. 1 success, 1 strange.
That is fine.
Cool. Does it respond in any
Yeah.
way? Wow. Okay. I'm gonna get old trusty ice block and swing at his whatever it's got as whatever the closest thing on it is that approximates a head, I suppose. That dangly thing at the front, I guess. That's great. So I got 3 successes.
Oh, okay. And what's the damage on that?
2, I think, wasn't it? 2 blunt. I'm sending you a picture again, just so you know I'm not.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so you hit it. Some kind of congealed blood comes out as well as black ichor, and it just makes a moaning noise. And then he swings at you and completely misses. Will.
Hey.
Okay, so I know I'm looking at this panel. I'm absolutely confused of what was happening last time. So sort of take a look and then sort of try and figure out what the containers are doing around the edge and just have a little look around the lab. So, like, what's in these containers? Because they obviously you've got these containment units. I want to know what's in them.
Okay, so you can you can't tell what's in the containment units itself. You can hear some ghastly noises from there. You can, and you've already seen consumed sailors, and that's so you imagine not very good. Whatever the research you're doing here is not good. But yeah, you can see on the like kind of on the side of the containment units there seems to be some form of kind of like a fuel canister or something. There's some kind of canister that has something. So just from surmising, you think that probably the controls you have there will activate either the door or maybe one of these like canisters to purge whatever's in there.
Okay, so I kind of get an idea now of what to expect. So I could try the controls again now, knowing what they kind of.
I will give you a minor advantage on this now because it's your second attempt at using these things.
Okay, so
you get to roll another skill dice.
Okay, so I have one already, but I got 3 successes that time. I finally did it, and that was on smarts.
Yeah, woo!
I succeeded.
Okay, so you are no longer terrified. You're now just afraid. Yeah. So your skills are just down by 1 because you succeeded. You finally did something right. Okay, so you figure out the computer system. You can either open or close a containment cube. Or you can pump cryogenic spray or purge it with flame.
Try the purge with flame.
You do know that Matt is still in there, right?
Do I? Do I know? I fell for it. I ran away.
There's glass, isn't there, between us?
There is glass. Okay. Yes. No. Sorry. Can you say the options again? What are the 3 options?
You can open the door or close the door. You can put cryogenic like stuff in there, cryogenic spray, or you can purge it with flames. You can do any of those options. I honestly, I just wanted to remind you as a player that he's in there.
Fine.
But it's up to you what you want to do as a character.
Okay, so probably would want to make sure he's safe and open the door so he's got an escape plan so that I can close it instantly the moment he's through. Okay,
so you open the doors.
Yes.
This kind of strange fog starts coming out into the room. Doddy, the doors have just opened in front of you.
I would have heard the creature scream and Gunner yell his.
Do a wits roll for me just to see if you've spotted him in there.
Either one of the worst ones. That's just strange for you there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I feel generous tonight.
Yeah, you know there's something in there, but you don't know where Gunner is.
I'm gonna push in.
Okay, so you move it. You go into the fog, and you can see 2 shapes in there.
Distinct shapes, or
nope? You can just see 2 shapes in there. I'm making a decision now. Which one's which?
Okay. I'll quickly look up to see where the vent fallen.
Okay.
Through, and then I'm going to pick the shape that isn't underneath it.
They're both pretty much underneath it, so you just have to choose left or right. I've messaged Matt to tell him which one he is.
I'll go right.
Okay.
Okay.
Why not?
Do an attack?
Yeah. Marco. 2 success.
Oh, bollocks.
Okay, 2 successes. So, how much damage does it do?
4.
Fucking hell.
Matt, you take 4 damage as a shotgun blast hits you.
Right, I'm now weakened.
Weakened? Well, So your challenge rating decreases by 1 to a minimum of 1. I don't know what that means.
No.
I'm gonna look at what it's for you. Yes, it's not good. It's not good. And you realise, can you do a fear check for me, please, Doddy, as you realise you've shot the wrong thing?
Certainly.
So you have to choose a core skill, and you reduce your character's core skill points by 1, Matt. So any of the skills, reduce them by 1.
Well, my smarts is already not great, so let's do that.
Shot the brains out of you.
Um,
Doddy, what do you get for your fear check?
1 success.
Okay, it's fine. You're kind of horrified at yourself, but you see the true horror in there. Matt, it's your turn.
I'm going to say Earth again. Oh.
I'm just gonna stagger a bit because obviously I've just been shot.
Yep.
But I'm just gonna take another swing at the thing.
Okay, go for it.
1 success.
Yep. How much damage? 2, yeah?
2, yeah.
So yeah, you hit it. It kind of like the lurching surface attached. The thing kind of like knocks back a little bit. It makes a little moan, and then
Have I knocked it away from the door or towards, or is it
you
not
can
really?
get out of the door at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got movement if you want to.
If we say I've knocked it out the door, so I'm going to make a dash for it.
Okay. You run out the door. It turns around and attacks Sarge because Sarge is the only thing in here with it now.
Karma.
Karma chameleon. Right. Okay, so what remains of the scientist swinging from the creature lunges towards you and grabs you. It does 2 damage to you, and you are currently grabbed by this thing.
All right. What does plot armor do for me?
Well, tell me what it says.
I've just got 1 plot armor, counts as armor, regenerate doom quarter, cannot be destroyed or handed to someone.
So basically, you can take 1 less damage from that, I believe, once per doom quarter, and we're currently still in the first quarter. But you guys are nearly through the end of this mission. Don't worry, guys. There's not much further to go.
So just take 1 on that, and that's my armor gone.
You'll get it back if we cross the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which, honestly, on a game this, I never normally get through it. You guys are doing decent rolls, or just not rolling strange. Okay, so it's back onto Will. So,
Cool.
you've seen Sarge go
Yes.
into the cube. You've seen a bloody gunner running out of the cube. What do you want to do?
Cool. I'm gonna seal back the doors to keep it within the room, and then set it on
Yep.
fire.
Okay, so Sarge is in there with it.
He's still in there with it. I thought it was out. Okay, so if it's still there.
No, so Gunner's come out of it. Sarge went in there.
Oh,
You can still do that if you want to.
well,
He ready his action, so because I've seen gonna go past. Oh, you won't know. Oh.
If you want to delay
So
your
I
action till
I could delay
after.
it. I might delay it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to delay it. If I can
Okay.
do that, then I will.
Let's go to
delay it.
Sarge then. What are you doing, Sarge?
I'm gonna shoot and move out.
Okay, can you do a wits check for me quickly?
Oh.
I know you're really good at wits.
Yeah, it's like playing Chester all over again. It's not working. No. Nothing. Okay.
Oh, I missed something out, but I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
I could use book to add some dice and roll, but it's fine.
Okay. Don't worry then. Right. So yeah, attack it and then you can get out of there.
As did you say it's got a hold of me?
Yes. Sorry. So actually, you couldn't. The action that I just asked you to do, that was fine. But the only thing you can do when you're grappled is you can do an interact action to try and break free by doing a grit check. And it's an opposed one.
Opposed
So
one.
good luck.
All right.
Yes, good luck.
Is this creature? Hold on, making an attack. It's not an attack, is it? Okay. Two success. Oh yes.
I've also got 2 successes. But do you know what? For the purpose of this, you manage to pry free from him. And as you kind of pry free, your hand grabs onto the scientist's keycard that happened to be swinging out of his pocket.
Oh, nice.
You're free to move out of there if you like.
I will step out and shout, "Seal it in!"
So, Doc, you hear, "Seal it in!"
So I then press the button. To close the
Which
door.
button?
To shut
the
the
close
door.
door button, the cryogenic freeze button, or the fire button?
Close the door.
Close the door. Want to do anything else?
Yeah, set it on fire.
Okay, so you hear an ungodly scream. You are no longer afraid, though, because you succeeded.
Yeah.
Woo!
Mac and Doddy, can you both do a fear check, though? Because the sound of that thing is otherworldly. Strange check.
Strange.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
Okay, so you guys are both now afraid because of that. That noise has shocked you, so you've got -1 to all your skills at the moment.
Cool.
Love it.
But you guys now have 2 keycards. There is a door leading towards the stairwell.
Just so you know, Adam, my character, one of his skills is tough, which means that when he's attacked, I roll a single die, and then if it's a grit symbol, it reduces the damage by 1. But I did do that, and it didn't make any difference. So.
Okay, good to know. Okay, so what you guys doing?
Let's open the door, I guess. Let's get out of here, lads.
Yeah. Sorry, Doc. Can you patch him up a bit before we?
Oh yeah.
I can roll. I can
You
do
bastard.
My, yeah, I can do
You
my.
look more- you had the same silhouette as a big gribbly creature.
Oh, thanks. Nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Yes.
I guess where would you have shot me that it would only have just damaged me and not actually killed me? Like maybe glanced off my shoulder or something?
Yeah.
Tis but a flesh wound.
It's but a scratch.
Right, so I need to roll. To medics, I need to roll a smarts check with. Is it CR of 1? So was that just of 1? Just a smarts of 1.
Just 1 success and you've done it. Don't fail, Will.
Okay, I got 2 successes and 2 strains.
Perfect. That's fine.
So that then means so that I can heal you for 2 minor wounds. Every
2,
extra
okay.
smart symbol you roll heals you an extra 1. So in this case, I got an extra 1 than the success
that's
is,
3.
so you got 3.
So I'm no longer weakened then.
Oh right, so well better than field surgeon. All right.
I can put that one back in smarts. There we go.
While they're patching each other up, I'm going to quickly look around the labs for a surgeon's table to try and find Doc a couple of scalpels, keep him going.
Okay, so this particular place, this only contains these containment units. There's nothing else in here apart from the controls for it. So you have a look around. You do, however, see some lockers over to one side, and in there you find 2 hazmat suits, a flamethrower, 3 flares, and a med kit. Who wants what?
That would have been useful 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
Probably, I'll take the med kit.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. How much healing does the medkit do, Adam?
I'm just trying to find that information out. Some.
That's a good amount. That's a good
Nice,
amount.
nice. What's everyone's health at the moment?
I've taken 1.
Or what's their damage, rather?
I've took a hit.
I've taken 3.
So maybe you need the med kit. But I was going to search for a scalpel. That was all I was going to do.
Okay.
Best I can offer flamethrower and 3 flares.
Well, we could all have a flare.
Yeah. Just whatever you do, don't aim the flamethrower at my block of ice.
Oh, yeah.
Shall I heal up with the medkit then?
I'm just going to find out the medkit on here. 1 sec.
Yeah.
Medkit. So, roll your smarts pool.
No success, 1 strange.
Thank you. So yeah, you fumbled around with it, but you can't do anything with it. You have wasted that. You're welcome.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, so who had the hazmat outfits?
I'm going to offer them out to these two.
Okay.
You guys want to wear them?
Yeah.
Well, I've only got my vest on. I'm starting to get a bit chilly, so...
I think we should, with what we've seen.
Okay, so you guys put them on. You are now toxin-free. You're resistant to poison damage.
Wee.
Okay.
I've got a flare, haven't I? Flare. Each got a flare. Whoever wants the flamer.
Flamethrower, yeah?
Yeah. Down to you two. I'm happy with them.
Maybe I'll take the flamethrower since we've got them up in 1, and I've already set things
Okay,
on
so
fire
the
once.
flamethrower, you need to write this down, Will.
Yeah.
The flamethrower does 5 fire damage.
5 fire damage. Yep.
It's got fuel of 10. Basically ammo. Every time you actually do a hit with it, you're going to be
Okay.
getting rid of one of those fuel. You're going to be using your smarts to roll this.
That's alright.
Bloody hell.
And also, when you actually hit them, they're going to have to remind me I have to do a check every time you hit something with it, because they might catch fire. If you do a terrible roll, you might catch fire. We'll see.
It depends how old this flamethrower is.
Okay, so you guys descend the stairs through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep this moving, right?
Yeah.
You guys descend through the stairs, and the stairs go further down. You've got 2 key cards, so you have enough to access wherever you need to get to.
Mm-hmm.
But there's the crew quarters ahead of you, or you can go further down. There's a little sign that says crew quarters, brig, and mess hall.
I'll whisper to try to keep our noise down. Didn't the captain say that other key cards were in the crew quarters?
I thought we'd got the other one, though. Didn't we pick it
You've
up?
got 2 key cards. You got one from the scientist, and you got one from the captain.
That's really enough. Slowly move past the crew quarters and see if there's anything inside.
Okay, so you guys start walking into the crew quarters. So this area of the ship, there's some crew quarters, which is just various scattered remains everywhere. Further up is the brig and the mess hall, signs towards those. As you enter, though, the floor beneath you begins to rumble. The lights glowing brighter and brighter, until all of a sudden the rumbling stops and the lights go out, plunging you into darkness. Out in the gloom, you hear a tearing sound. Far behind you, a thin line of light appears, suspended in midair. The streak of light begins to widen and tear as a large scythe-like appendage slices a hole out of thin air, and a large one-eyed creature begins to push through the break in reality. An orange beam of light emanates from the pupil of its single lidless eye like a searchlight as it begins to scan the room to find you.
Light it up.
Nice.
Oh, that looks like a happy chappy.
And guys, this thing is very tough.
Oh.
You don't have to fight everything. Hint, hint, the friendly DM.
Not our fight. Let's go.
Unfortunately, it's in front of the doorway that you came through.
Uh,
Your options are you can either go further into the ship, into the brig and the mess hall, or you can try and sneak past this thing. And there's light emanating from this thing like a spotlight as it is searching on the deck. It knows you're in here. You can try and sneak past.
I'll see. I'll point towards we'll go to the brig. And it'll be the best course. Or maybe. And we'll do military. So, one.
Okay. So you go into the brig, and in there, the brig is it's basically got a glass kind of like containment cell in there, and in there you see a man who is clearly dressed in a scientist uniform, and looks completely fine, but a bit gaunt.
I didn't write this.
He sees you and he kind of waves at you.
I didn't write the scientist's name down. Sorry.
Professor Broom.
It is Professor Broom. Broom room, shake the room.
Remember?
Maybe he invented the ice bucket broom.
He points at a little intercom that is on your side of the door.
So do we press the intercom button?
Yeah, I'll tell him if you two keep an eye out.
Okay, you both have advantage on keeping an eye out for things. He kind of sighs. Oh, thank goodness. I rescued him. I am Professor Bloom, and I'm afraid the hell you find yourself in is unfortunately of my design. You see, I was the scientific lead on this expedition. Now I believe I'm the only one left. He continues. It started with Philadelphia. Our attempts at teleportation were high in casualties, but proved one important thing, that it was not an impossibility. Apparently, that disaster was enough to spur our government into action and provide hefty funding for a more ambitious project. Not only would we look into teleportation of physical and living matter across our world, but would look at the possibilities of exploiting others, other planets, dimensions, whatever we could find. It seems we traveled too far into the abyss, and now it gazes back and is expressing its own colonial interests. We must stop it, close the gate we opened, and end this madness before it spreads. The weakness is fire.
Yeah, we covered that. So closing the gate, that ends it all completely, or
Should. I've been in here for a week. I've been thinking of ways to end this all. In my mind, you have three options. First option, you blow this ship to Kingdom Come. There's enough explosives in the staging area of the Moor Gate that you can do it simply. Second option, you You can try to destroy the gate yourself, but it is very, very tough. The thing is alive. The third option, one of you could go through there and close it from the other side. You have my sympathies, gentlemen.
If we close, if we blow up the ship, will that close the gate?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't take that as an option. And I can't let the gate come out and gentlemen, mission up. I'll let go of the intercom. I think mission parameters are going to change on this one. We didn't recover anything. All research has to be lost. We can't let this happen outside. Here it's isolated to a certain point, but if it was to break out in a city, we'd probably lose the world in a matter of weeks. But what we're doing, we could be dealt with court-martial. We'll be arrested, we'll be hunted. That's if we make it out.
What do you want to do, guys?
I can't make the decision.
Are you all in agreement?
Find the portal and blow it up. Set it on
Fine.
fire.
Find a portal, close it, either from this side or that side. And I think we blow up the ship regardless.
Yeah.
Just to be sure, right? Nuke it from
Just
orbit.
to be sure.
Yeah. Definitely. Any research notes get burnt, we just destroy it all.
I don't think we have any communication with the outside ship, so if we do blow it up, there won't be any knowledge.
That's true. Sorry,
Well,
Becky.
you guys are, I did say at the beginning, you're advanced military specialists. So if there are explosive devices, there would be some form of mechanic in this game for you to try to run out the ship before it all goes shit buggery crap.
Okay.
Go back on the intercom to the dock. You come to help us, or you're going to stay in here and this is your fate.
Well, I've got...
Unfortunately, there's no way for me to leave this room. Sealed it off, and there's no way I can leave. You're on your own, gentlemen. You have my sympathies. If you have your 2 keycards, you can go straight to the floor below. Just watch out for those breach beasts.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
With the Cyclopean eye. Haunts my dreams.
Yeah. I don't dream anymore. I'll let go.
Okay, so what's the plan, guys?
I think it's
Make sure I'm loaded with the shotgun. And I'm taking my coat off, so it's getting serious. So I don't want to be restricted or in movement or anything. So coat's off. I'm locked and loaded.
Yeah, I'll just say, whatever you decide, Sarge, I'll follow you all the way.
Okay. So, you guys have to get to the floor below you. Which means you have to go back out to the crew quarters.
We move quickly, quietly. Do we want to buy the metal and turn all the gas on? Or bigger? Or
I didn't catch that. Sorry, you're breaking up.
Sorry, do you want shall we go to the mess hall and turn all the gas on? Or just avoid that? Because it's going to be a gas cylinder anyway, so it's going to go boom no matter what.
I don't think that's a bad shout, actually.
And there's knives in there that quite like scalpel.
There could
Okay,
be a
so you guys
scalpel.
go off into the mess area. We're gonna say that Will, you find something that looks like a scalpel, so you can get your scalpel back, no problem. Matt, however, you do notice various soggy bread and pastries in there. Can you do a fill roll,
Oh
please?
no.
Oh, I certainly can. One success, one strange.
Fine, that's grand.
Oh, phew.
Okay, so you guys in the mess hall, you turn all the gas on in there. What now?
We need to wait a minute, don't we?
We could get out of the room and wait a minute and then.
We head to the lower decks.
Mm.
Okay, remember that creature's still out there.
It's only going to take one of. Well, he says one of us to get out. Yeah, let's go lower decks. Worst case scenario, I'll go through the portal and close it from the other side.
Okay, so you come out of the mess hall, and straight away in the darkness, the gloom of the crew quarters on the way back to the bulkhead leading down, you can see the spotlight searching around. This creature's still in there looking for you all. It's getting closer. If you guys can each do a wit roll for me if you want to sneak past it.
Huh, this isn't going to go well. I've got one. Oh, look, I failed.
Oh, I've got one as well.
Mind you, I've got a look, so that's something, I suppose. It's the first one I've had all evening.
One success.
Oh no, I've got one. I'm going to try a one, and then I've got luck to throw into it if needs be. Yeah, I've got one. I'll use my last 2 luck. Stupid. No.
Anything strange?
No.
Okay, so Doc, you go first.
Mm-hmm.
You sneak past this thing. You see it kind of looking away. You move past it really quickly, and you kind of wave at the other guys to come. As Gunnar is moving forward, he's got his ice kind of like mop in his hand still, and a single droplet of water of the melting ice comes off and lands on the floor and makes a big splosh noise, which is loud enough for the Eye of Sauron, as it were, to look directly at you two, and an unearthly scream happens. Will, you're going first. The Cyclopean Terror is going second, and the other guys are going third. So, Will, what would you like to do?
Well, of course, the one and only thing, use the flamethrower on the big eyeball.
Yes!
I 100% thought you were going to run away, so I'm really proud of you, Will. Go for it.
So it's a smarts roll. So that is a success. And I got
Just
a
the
luck
one?
with that. Yeah, and I got a luck that I can bank.
Nice.
Okay. So, how much damage did you do?
5 fire damage.
Okay. So this thing is actually susceptible to this, so you do double damage on it. Please take off one of your fuel for this thing.
Cool.
My pen seems to have gone into the void, guys. I can't write down how many hit points this thing has. I have to use a computer.
It has an infinite number.
So, yes, I'm 4 Magnus deep at this point. So, you've done some damage onto this thing. It screams in pain, and I do have to do a luck roll for this, right, Will?
You're going to make the sound of the scream?
Yes. Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And the pen was there saving my page, so that's where the pen went. Oh, my sanity is restored. Okay, so it has to do...
It's the wrong game, Adam. There's no sanity in this.
CR2. Right, so luck is 2. Nice. It has got burning 2 on it.
Nice.
At the start of each of his turns, he's going to take 2 damage.
Great.
Yeah.
Right, so it's now on to the creature. So he's going next. He's going to try to put out those flames, because I think that's what he's going to be most, most worried about.
Not the person with
Will,
the
did you want to interact or move at all?
So I'd probably move further round, sort of head towards, so I've got nearer the exit of where we're aiming to get to. So at least I'm like near, so at least I can open the door and usher people through and keep the fire burning.
Okay. So that's fine. So you move out of the way.
Yeah.
The creature kind of pats itself down. The fire is removed from it. It is no longer burning.
Well, I'll just
But it did take some damage from that.
I'll just have to set it on fire again.
Matt, you're next. What do you want to do? You're on mute, Matt.
There we go. Can we smell the gas yet, or is I'm guessing not because we'd have exploded presumably.
Yeah. All blown. The kingdom comes.
Yeah. I mean, what else is there to do other than swing the old?
I mean, you can always run. You don't have to attack it and fight everything.
No, I know, but I want to try and keep it occupied. You know. Although saying that, how's my ice looking?
It's a bit soggy. Like soggy bread. No.
I might still get a couple more hits out of it. I'm just going to whack it.
Okay.
3 successes, 1 strange.
And you do 2 damage to it, yeah?
2 blunt, yeah.
Hey, you hit it. It kind of stops, and then its eye looks at you. It looks really pissed off. Doddy! Shoot her!
Oh, I'm at a minus.
For the eye.
Is this because I've got a skill, the Big Bad Eater? Gain 1 talent dice when making an attack against monsters with red, black, death on rating.
Yep.
So I get an extra talent dice.
Go for it. Why not? Say that happens.
Why not? Just 2 success on that one.
I think that's enough. How much damage? 4, yeah?
Yes, blunt.
Okay, so back onto Doc Jones. Call in Dr. Jones.
Well,
Dr. Jones.
I'm going
wake
to
up now.
Set it on fire again.
Go for it. Smarts.
Oh god. Okay. That is 0 successes and 2 strange. But I do have 2 luck that I've rolled now, so
I don't think you're going to get another chance after this. So.
I'll let you use those luck. I'm going to keep the strange, but you can use those luck if you like.
Yeah, I'll use them, and then I will. If I was that. There we go. So if I do that, pick that, 2. I'll just make them 0. That should. Okay, so it rolled 2 extra dice. I know, I was just making it so it rolled 2 dice for the what went for it. So, but there was also still no successes. So a total of 3 strange out of all of that.
Hey.
We got to 15 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
We got to 15 minutes.
Oh, great.
Holy shish kebab. A Doom Clock event. Man alive. So anyone who has once per Doom quarter, any of those effects, they reset now. So you can do those effects again now.
Yeah.
So I know Doddy, you had one, right?
I also had one for my medic thing, because that was apparently once, but that's what it was. So
okay.
I can heal.
Guys, you hear something scuttling above you. Wait, no, below. Is it in the wall? You can't tell as you're surrounded by scratching of claws on metal. Suddenly, a swarm of rats spills from the vents and attacks you. Tentacle mouths gnashing and drooling as they scuttle towards you. So these are void rats, which are basically clearly the things they've been experimenting on. So not only do you have this big horrible monster thing in there, there's now several of these rats coming at you as well.
Amazing.
And it's now onto the big creature. And as he didn't take any damage, he didn't expend any fuel though, which is nice. He's going to come for you, Will, because you're the biggest threat.
Yeah. That's great.
I am the dust in the morning. unless the creature is distracted. So it does go for me.
Oh shit! Yeah, it does go for you, and it completely misses you.
Yes.
So it tries to hit you with its big scythe, and it misses you completely. You're welcome. Right, on to Void Rats, because they're going to go next, because they've literally just spilled out. And yeah, they're coming after Doddy, because he is the final boy.
I'll accept it.
Okay, so you take 2 sharp damage.
2.
From the first one. You take 2 from the second one.
What?
But your plot armor, I think, is reset at this point, so you'll only take 1 from one of those hits.
Okay.
For total, you've taken 5 damage in total if you use your plot armor, otherwise it's 6. As these things are just launching on you.
Okay.
That's not good.
They. No.
Are you in a weakened state?
No, I'm in limping.
Limping?
Yep. Okay.
So that's not going to be good. Okay, so we'll go on to Matt at this point. So your speed's now slow, basically, Doddy. So that first of all, you've been weakened, so you have to reduce one of your character's core skill points by 1. So any skill reduced by 1, and you're limping, so your speed's now slow. So you're always going to go last. And Gunnar, what are you up to?
Well, I think the rats will be best dealt with en masse by the flamethrower. So I'm just going to rinse and repeat.
The thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 success. Oh, 2 luck. Let's bank one of those.
2 successes, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit it. It screams. Buddy, you're surrounded by rats and a big eyeball monster.
I'll shout to the other 2. Go seal the gate. And I'll take another shot at the big guy.
You've got both the key cards at the moment, so you can use your interact action to chuck them at them if you want to.
Yeah, we'll do that.
And you do a grit roll for me to see if you manage to throw them successfully.
Roll. Ooh, 1 success.
That's fine. So yeah, you manage to throw it, and yeah. Gunnar, you catch him.
Do we have to roll
me.
to catch, or...?
No, you're good. You catch him. It's fine.
Cool.
Right, for the purpose of this anyway. So, you're going to shoot?
Yeah,
Buddy?
big guy.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah. That's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 success. And
Are you attacking the big guy?
big guy, yeah.
Okay, so that's definitely critical. So you do double damage on it. So it's 8 damage on him.
Mm-hmm.
He is now... his eyeball's still kind of there, but the rest of him is kind of all bloody, and he's kind of like... looks a little worse for wears at this point. Back to Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones. Calling Dr. Jones.
Okay,
Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones.
We've
Look up
been
now.
told to now leave and go and try and shut the gate, right?
Yeah.
I love
need
Will's
to-
reaction. He's like,
yeah.
I didn't want to save anybody. I wanted to go close the gate. So
Yeah.
great, I've got
Well, you
permission
can-
now.
You can fire the flamethrower and run off, can't you? So
Yeah. So
Maybe
I might
take
do that. So I'll grab
care of the
just-
rats for him or
just to
something.
grab the key cards nearby because they've been chucked our way. So that we've
Yeah.
got them.
Well, Matt grabbed the key card. So
Oh,
he's
you've
got
already
those.
got them. So okay, that's fine. So
Yeah.
I'll just basically fire again.
Go for it.
The flamethrower.
Look, Doddy.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's 3 strange, no successes.
Oh my
That is perfect. Doddy, could you do a wits check for me, please, as you try to avoid the flame that's coming right at you?
One dice on this.
Oh god.
Nope.
Shit.
Well,
Doddy,
just look at it like this. If you become a human fireball, you can jump at the thing and just land on
that's
it.
true. That is very true.
Doddy, you gain the burning status effect, and you take 2 damage from that.
Nice.
I say 2 damage because I feel you're far enough away. Will, you also have failed, so I need you to do a fear check for me.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I got a success and 1 strange.
You're fine then, no problem. Okay then, so Doddy, when you activate, you're going to be you're on fire essentially. But before you activate, the lovely old breach beast is attacking you because you are the final girl.
Yep.
Oh dear.
I'm so sorry.
That's alright.
It just went wrong.
Okay, so a large arcing attack, and you take 5 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah. It's been a is it once I've coloured in every single circle I am dead, or is it when I hit the first circle in dead, I'm dead?
If you've circled in the very last one of dead, then you dead.
Alright, lads, I'm alright. Let's get 3 more of
Are you
those.
sure? Or you would be unconscious.
Okay, so we'll now go on to Void Rats. Sorry, I forgot Void Rats haven't gone yet. They're attacking as well, Doddy, because you're the final girl. So you take two damage from the first one.
Oh no!
Oh, got 1 left. Come on. Come on.
2 damage from the second one.
No.
Let's be out. Peace out. As I hit the floor, I go, oh, not again.
No! Shot!
Okay, and yeah, the last one goes for you then, Matt, because closest to it. It gets 2 damage on you.
Okie dokie. I'm back to being weakened again. So what do I do there again?
So you take 1 out of 1 of your core skills.
Oh,
Doddy,
that's
I
right.
sent you an Instagram of another character sheet.
Oh Christ!
As you can now take on Becky.
Oh, that's all right then. I thought it was going to be like a bad guy.
No, not him. Okay, so Matt, you'll go next.
Are the rats? They're not. Are they a single enemy or are they multiple enemies for the attacking
3 of them.
purposes? 3 of them. Okay, so I've got sweep. So if the enemies are within 5 feet of me, I can use 1 combat action to make attacks up to 3 at once.
Nice.
Okay, go for it.
If successful, the attacks deal half damage, but they knock them back 10 feet.
Go for it.
So I'm gonna. Oh, Chris, did you run? Will,
Yeah.
did you run away as well?
I
Setting
was-
fire to something.
I was sort of running back.
He's in the
towards
stairwell.
Yeah, so I was heading.
Yeah,
to
you're
the
in
stairwell,
stay. So I'm going to do the same. I'll attack and then run. So, grit. So no success, strange. So that went well.
yeah.
How many strange?
2.
Also, can both of you do a fear check for me because you've just seen Sarge die?
I got success.
I got 1 success, 1 strange.
Okay. Well,
I got 1 success, 1 strange.
well, we don't have to worry about his death then.
That's fine.
It's like,
I'm too worried
it's
about
fine.
the giant things that are coming after us. Okay, so I'm going to run and
Okay.
join. Yeah, Doc.
Okay. So, as you run into the stairwell, you bump into Becky, who has was wondering where you guys have been. Doddy, you're now Becky.
Just run, monster, giant explosion.
We're just
Fire.
running past the other way. And it's like,
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Where's the other guy?
He didn't make it.
Oh,
You guys run down the stairs into the depths of the ship. And you come to more gates. Right near the end now, guys. Don't worry. I will let you have the rest of your evening. Sleep before your work tomorrow.
Yeah.
So there is a large door at the end of this staircase, and you put in both keycards. A big whirring happens, and klaxon sound. Mr. Simpson, you've ever known a klaxon to be a good noise? No, it's not a great noise. The doors slowly open, smoke pours out, and in front of you, well, what lies behind the door is a truly horrifying sight. The cavernous metal space of the staging area is revealed, the walls and floor plastered with organic stringy tissue that pulsates and throbs with unnatural life. It covers every surface, spreading out from the end of the room where you see its origin, the gate. Although it is not a gate in a normal sense, not metal, but like the floors and walls in the staging area, it is made of the same dark red flesh, a living, pulsating thing. Large tentacles writhe out from the gate's opening, which is a slavering open maw, and beyond it, darkness, with a pinprick of white light in the distance. Its bulbous eyes swivel towards you, and it emits a sound that you struggle to comprehend. The room begins to move and writhe in seething anger as tendrils rear up and lurch towards you. And this is what it looks like.
Oh.
Lovely.
Can I just press the fire
Okay.
button?
You three guys get to go first.
Mm-hmm.
You have three options here.
Mm-hmm.
You can try. There are explosives in this area. You could try to detonate those. You could try to fight the thing, or one of you can try to go through the gate, close it from the other side.
What if I use the flamethrower on the explosives?
Then it'll go off straight away.
I'm because Sarge died trying to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it is my duty to try and complete his mission. So I will be the one who goes through the gate. I think is the sensible
Yeah.
option.
Hazmat outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you say to the other two?
Hazmat. Oh, Becky doesn't really know what's going on, so she's probably a bit. Huh? Let's say to Dot, said, "Look, Sarge was going to do this. I'm going to do it for him. You just get out of here. You two just get out of here as fast as you can."
I'll give you cover till the last minute, and I'll slip into the.
Okay. Well, at this point, because we've been here for a while now, and I feel we should end this kind of like session off. If we do this normal role playing, I would role play this properly. But we're getting to a point now. It's like, well, we've been playing this for a while, and we need to kind of wrap this all up, I guess. So
Yeah.
people have lives. We don't, but
We
people
don't. Yeah.
do.
What are we doing this for?
Yes. So off. So obviously, yeah, gonna kind of nods to you guys, tells you to get out. Doc, you're more than happy to get out of here because you'll
Yeah.
succeed in your mission. You won't be a failure. So you grab Becky, you start running up the stairs as quickly as possible as you watch gonna slowly walk into the void. That's the last time you see him as you run up the stairs. You go through the ship. As you go through past the crew quarters, you see the rats coming after you. You see the Cyclopean eye still trying to find you. You run it further up and you go up the staircase and you see the consumed sailors who are still trying to get into the laboratory. You and Becky manage to sneak past. You go back through the bridge. You go down the stairs and jump. Well, not jump, but you abseil down the ropes into the fishing vessel and start to move away. Meanwhile, Gunnar, you walk through this gate. You land with a thud on solid but moist ground on the other side of the gate. You stand up and see you are surrounded by darkness, apart from the light pouring in from the gate behind you, and a smaller white light ahead of you. Ribbons of flesh coil across the gate's mouth behind you, blocking your escape. And the fishing vessel goes off. The lusty shrimp, back to civilization. Doc Jones turns around and sees the Morning Star fold in on itself and just disappear out of existence. He thinks about those people he went on board with. He didn't really know them that well. And as he does that, he scratches the back of his neck, and a black worm pulsates through his neck and into his spine. And that is the end of our Shiver session for this evening, guys.
Great.
Thank you so much for playing, guys. It was a bit of a longer one than we'd hoped for, but there we are. I got most of the rules right, I think.
Yeah.
I might have played some of it wrong, but did you guys have fun?
Oh, definitely.
Always.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. So, I'm the ever excitable Adam. Matt, where can people find you?
Offlinegamer.co.uk. Well, links.offlinegamer.co.uk. Everything's on there. YouTube, podcast, social media, the lot.
The whole kit and caboodle. And Doddy, where
Indeed.
can we find you apart from lurking in the shadows?
Lurking in the shadows. You can find me on YouTube or most social medias at the minute. I'm hoping to return back to streaming at some point. I just need a better PC. But yeah, YouTube, social media.
Don't we all? And Will I Am, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me at Will Die Rollin on Instagram, and obviously on the Die Rollin YouTube channel.
And if you go to any Lorcana events, you'll probably find him there loser as well.
Yes, definitely.
And I, of course, am the ever excitable Adam. You find me on Instagram. You find me on most social platforms these days. And thanks once again, guys, for joining me. If you out there have watched all of this, well done for getting this far. If you'd like to play this scenario yourself and do it a bit better than I did, then you can find this on the Parable Games website. The Shiver Classified will be out soon, and I'm pretty certain their Patreon they actually continue the story of the Lost Ship in there. And I'm really tempted to pick up their Patreon just to get those adventures. But yeah, the Shiver guys do some fantastic work. They do, like I say, it is horror. It's like setting agnostic. They do fancy stuff. There's a whole thing about someone in this inn is a effing mimic, which sounds like a fantastic thing. You can see if you're watching this that Doddy's got the Shiver Slasher starter set in front of him there. There's loads of really cool things. And if you'd like to see us do more of these things, then let us know in the comments below. But yeah, and there's Shiver Blockbuster. So I've been the ever excited Adam. Everyone else say goodbye.
Goodbye,
Adam.
Goodbye.
And until next time, guys, stay safe and everyone at this point has to say die rolling. So stay safe or
Die Rolling.
Die rolling.
Well, aren't we a rehearsed bunch of social media professionals? Cheers, guys. So that was a game of Shiver. We used the Shiver Classified Quick Start PDF for this. There is a new Shiver game coming out, which is all about, seems like very X-Files-esque. So if you'd like to see more of this content, then or play it yourself, then you can definitely follow Parable Games and check out their games. And you can also download the PDF for this adventure and run it much better than I did. I've been the ever excitable Adam. Until next time, guys, stay safe or die rolling.